Cool, I am recording. All right, so for those that are new here, I know we had a lot of new players recently, so hopefully, how many new people we got? Everybody. If you guys don't know, there's a text thing in the meeting stage channel. If you guys look at where it says server meeting, there's a little open chat, little chat bubble button. It opens up a text channel. That's where we're all typing. Who all's new here? Besides Quetzal, you're not new. Shut up. Who's new? We got new people, for real new people though. Like never been on our server, never been to a server meeting.
Yep.
And we got
those green tags.
Yeah, like 80% of the people typing though are like not new. That's hilarious. Mikey the Third, you need to go select your server. I don't even know how you got a verified role without having a server selected. That's why your name's white like that. We're racist here. We don't like white names. Cool. Anyway, so never been to a meeting, played here and there. Cool. Well, it's good to have a bunch of new people. For those who are new, every single month, well, all month long, me and the admins keep a list of just different things we want to bring up or talk to you guys about. And of course, we also use these meetings to showcase new stuff we're doing, new stuff we're working on, blah, blah, blah. So that's what I basically do. I'll go down my list of notes and go over some things. Some will be positive, some will be negative, some will be new stuff that's coming out, some will be changes. And when we're done with all that, we give all the admins a chance to speak their mind too if they have anything they want to say. Then we pass it to the players, and that's where the Q&A session comes in. We let you guys, raise your little hand in the meeting channel here and ask a question to us. Give us a comment, feedback, whatever the hell you want to do. Doesn't matter. I say this every meeting. Try to keep it a little short. There's a lot of people here. Everybody wants to get back to playing and get to bed and get their prizes in game, which they don't come out until after the Q&A. So keep it short and simple. I'm not saying you can't, raise your hand just to say something like, "Hey, love the server. Thanks, guys." Whatever. That's fine. Just keep it short. We actually we feed off of those positive feedbacks we get during these meetings. So definitely not trying to discourage that. I just want everybody to keep it a little short so we can move on tonight. Notice I'm rambling as I tell you to keep it short. Anyway, after that, I usually stream the map preview, like the next map, while the admins are giving away the prizes to everybody that was attending the meeting. And then that's the end of the meeting. This one's not going to be that long. It won't be as quick as the last one. The last one was probably the shortest meeting. I think it was a record, the shortest one we've ever had. But I was getting ready for a vacation and all kinds of stuff. We didn't have much going on. This meeting, I do have a lot to go over, but believe it or not, note-wise, it's probably going to be the second shortest one, so it's not that bad. Most of what we have tonight is showing you new stuff, so it's all good stuff. So that'll be a positive note. Anyway, and then once it's all said and done with, for those that missed things or want to go back and review things, I will post it to our YouTube channel, and including all time links. That's why I just told Trigger to start the timers. And we will timestamp everything for you guys so you can find the topics you're looking for later. So with that said, we're going to get started. One more time, I'm going to say it. If you don't have the stream up, you might want to pull it up. I see 77 people in the channel and 20 people in the stream. Again, 60% of what I have to go over tonight is visual. I'm going to have to show you guys stuff. So
your stream might be delayed. I saw.
Yeah.
50. Oh, now it dropped.
Okay. My stupid Streamlabs, it'll tell me you have one person watching, but then there's like 8. So you never know. All right. So yeah, definitely make sure you guys have that up. Again, I'm not trying to self-promo. Don't care if you follow. Don't care if you subscribe. I don't even know what the hell that shit does. I just want you guys to be able to see what I want to show you. So let's get on to the first topic. I found my damn note. All right. I'm going to skip the first topic because that was juice, and I don't even know what that was. It goes to a ticket. Juice, you want to click that link and go download that ticket so you can review it and remember what the hell you were talking about? And I'll let you hit that topic in a minute here. If you're even in here, Juice, or somebody.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. I don't know what you were posting. It was on July 1st. I don't know what you were posting about, and I don't have time to read that ticket right now while I'm doing this. So I'm going to move on to the next topic here. Trigger for your timestamps. The next note I have, I got a little screenshot I'm going to copy into the channel here. For those who don't have the text channel open, you probably want to open it now. A lot of people are clearly ignoring this statement and saying yes, which is a flat out lie. So make sure you guys read that. For those who don't know what that is, if you go to our support channel, which I'll do right here live in the stream, you see all those flashing red lights? Well, that question that I just posted states, basically, Did you completely read the area, surrounded by the flashing red lights? If not, please abort this ticket immediately. In other words, if you didn't read this, then don't put a ticket in. I would say 80% of our tickets completely violate what this says right here in the warning section. So I'm gonna state it out loud in voice right now. So due to the limitations of what Rust tracks and logs, we absolutely cannot assist you in any way based on word of mouth, chat logs, why would I lie, or but I'm a donator. It doesn't matter. None of those things matter. We have to have proof. Do not submit a support ticket that cannot be witnessed by an admin directly, either by logging into the game or seeing it from your recordings. Other admins, if you got examples, feel free to chime in. A good example would be, admin, I fell under the map and I'm floating in the water under the map right now. Well, we can log in and see that and help you, so you don't have to record that. Hey admin, this guy joined my team like an hour ago, and then he went in my base and took all my loot, and then he left my team. Okay, well, I mean, how are we supposed to know that? How are we supposed to know what's what? Like, it doesn't log any of that stuff. Rust does not log anything. I think 3 server meetings in a row now I've showed a server log, and people were like, whoa, that's it? I'm like, yep, that's it. It does not log shit. So again, if we can't physically log in and see it, you have to have a recording. And what does everybody say to us when we tell them that in the tickets? I'm sure a lot of you already know the answer to that. What they say to us every time is, well, I can't believe you expect me to just record my gameplay all day long. Or how am I supposed to record something if I don't know what's going to happen? That's usually the responses we get. Shadow play. What's the other one? Metal. What's the other one?
ACI.
Relive or whatever. Yeah. And we have those in our links channel. All those things, they don't actually just sit there and record your gameplay all day long and save a 50 gig file to your hard drive. What they do is, it's almost like a dash cam in your car. It's just rolling a little bit of footage and re-rolling it over and over again. And when you hit the hotkey that says, hey, save that clip, it saves the clip. It does not impact your performance. That's the biggest thing we get from people. I can't run that. It bogs my system. No, it doesn't bog your system down. I've run it on an 8 gigabyte laptop with Rust and the map editor open at the same time, to the point where I can barely even open Discord, and that software does not lag me at all. I suggest everybody get it. It's all free. And again, you can set your hotkey. I have mine set to just 2 minutes. Some people set it to 5. Some people set it to 30 seconds. Doesn't matter. Set your hotkey, and when some shit happens, hey, that guy just stole my, whatever. Hit the hotkey, boom, now you have a clip for us. Problem solved. Anybody in this channel that's a veteran player that's been here for a while knows, if you get me the proof that you need to show me what happened, I 100% will take care of you. If you lost 1 million rockets and you're swearing to God you did, and I'm like, there's no way, and you lost 1 million rockets, oh, but I do have a clip, T. Well, guess what? I will spawn you 1 million rockets. I literally will do whatever it takes. If you give me a clip and you're correct, in what you're reporting to me, I will take care of you. Period. Honestly, I can't remember specifics, but we've had situations, some of the other admins might be able to pipe in with one that, where, people put a video and we went overboard, like, yo, do whatever they want just to encourage, they reported something that maybe wasn't really that bad. It didn't even really need to be reported. But the fact that they gave us a video, we went like extra. Like, we went overboard with servicing them. Wait, damn it. See, that'd been a perfect giggity for our soundboard.
You had to make it dirty.
We went overboard, helping them because of the fact, and even behind the scenes, we talk in your tickets. We talk behind your ticket where you can't see. Even in those tickets, we're like, yo, it doesn't matter. They put a video in. Let's just go overboard, because that way we're promoting, like, hey, when you put a video in, we got your back. We will do everything we can for you. So guys, gals, and whatever else, put in videos, please. It helps us so much. And again, if it's not something that, that we can't, if it's something we can't witness, if it's something going on, just let us know. Somebody's harassing you or following you down the road, screaming the N-word at you or something. We can log in and see that happening. That's fine. Also, just for the record, I consider admin eyeballs a video. If one of my admins says he saw it happen, that's fine. That's video enough for me. That counts. So
that pretty much covered what that was.
Oh, is that what that was all about? Okay, cool.
It was somewhat close. They wanted us to replace their stuff because their base was destroyed while they were offline, and
Let
we
me
have no way of knowing how it
let me
destroyed, who destroyed it.
let me touch on the reasoning of this. And Trigger, if you want to add a timestamp right now, the topic would be why we require videos. I'm gonna touch on it right this very second. The reason being is like we get so many people like, but bro, you know me, I've played here for 5 years, or like why would I lie? I donated like $200. I would never cheat you guys. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The problem is this. If I take, I'm just going to pick a name out of the chat here who's played here. Okay, if I pick Enrique, I'm like, well, dude, he's played here a long ass time. He's always been positive, never had nothing bad. Fuck it, let's just take his word for it. If I do that, remember what I told you guys from day one. Equal treatment to all people. The most hated player to my most favorite player, all the way up to my admins, get treated equally. We've had admins lose items before from bugs and glitches, and they didn't have a recording, they didn't get their shit back. I have to do equal treatment to everybody. If I don't, that leads to admin abuse accusations or admin bias accusations. And as you guys know, I take those very seriously because those kind of accusations are the poison that will literally destroy a server from the inside out. Like the minute those kind of things really start holding, I don't mean some pissed off players saying it. I mean, when it really starts being a thing, your server's doomed. It's like when the sun starts, for you nerds out there, when the sun starts making iron, it's on its way out. That's it. Well, that's what those kind of things are to a server. The minute you have admin bias or abuse, your server is doomed and it's going to fail. So I take them very seriously. So I have to treat everybody 100% equal. And what I'm getting at in my rambling is if I treat you to the point where, okay, I'm going to take Enrique's word. He's played here forever. Okay, well now some new guy, okay, there, Elders, you got a new tag next to your name, so I'm going to assume you're new. So then Elders comes along and says, hey, same thing happened to me too. I'm like, well, yeah, but I got to see, I don't have any proof of that. And, well, you took Enrique's word for it. Why can't you take my word for it? Oh, you're right. I do need to take your word for it. And then now the next new guy, Projectile Invalid here, he says, well, shit, these fucking admins, man, they'll take anybody's word for it. Hey, admin, I lost 50 C4 too. Take my word for it. You guys get what I'm getting at here? And then the word's going to spread and it's going to snowball and it's going to get out of control. And everybody's going to, hey, no, you took his word for it. You got to take mine too. I lost 50 fucking enchantment kits. Like it's just going to get out of control. See, Projectile's already doing it. Look, see what happened? Anyway, so the point being is I have to treat everybody equally. I cannot take anyone's word for it. If I don't take your word for it, and I'm sorry, I just can't. Get over it, move on. It's all going to wipe in a couple days, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just a game. Just understand it's never personal. It's never that we don't believe you. And people always get so mad and take it so personally. I mean, we've had people like really mean to us over this kind of topic. And it's not you. It's that I have to do the same for everybody else, and I can't do that. So I can't replace your dignity. I'm sorry. We all lost our dignities to Horde too. I mean, like, let's face it. When you first join our server, the first thing you do is just grab your ankles and wait for the Horde. So anyway, so that's the whole video thing. Moving on to the next note. Oh, perfect timing for this next note. Hordes. Why they are hard, despite having been nerfed numerous times already. Why they will only get harder. Giggity. This is Rust. They are literally the last challenge. I can't talk tonight, y'all. They are literally the last challenge left. Get over it. Sorry, this note's gonna sound kind of angry. This is a video game you are meant to die in and lose all your shit. The fact that the Hordes cannot loot you, they cannot teabag you, they can't call you the N-word, they can't offline you at 4 o'clock in the morning, that is a relief from them. That's all the relief that you're going to get from them. So just like our motto says, nut up or shut up. Like, I hate to sound like a dick. I'm glad I'm getting the negative notes out of the way first. But stop whining about Hordes, please. Like, they're only going to get harder, not easier. If I make any changes to Hordes, it's only going to be to make them harder. I can't right now, performance-wise. I'm literally just teetering on the cliff edge with the Hordes. I want more Hordes too, trust me. You guys want more Hordes? We have to have less raid bases. If anyone who's been around longer on our servers than raid bases existed will tell you that before raid bases, there were NPCs fucking everywhere. Everywhere. You couldn't go 5 steps without some kind of, usually single zombies and stuff, not as many Hordes, but there was shit everywhere. And raid bases just destroyed the overhead for what we can do. So we had to dial back some of the stuff so we can have raid bases. Actually, I'm getting barrel stuff is a topic tonight, Netra, so hold on. Anyway, so the point being is, hordes are not going to get easier, so stop whining about them. You have to have something that can totally clap you and ruin your day. This is Rust. I mean, think about this. Like, let's all take a step back out of Zombieland for a minute because you've been spoiled for so long. Take a step back and think about regular Rust, myself included. First time I played Rust, spawned, had nothing but a rock, got shot in the fucking head. Spawned again, had nothing but a rock, got shot in the fucking head. Logged out. That was the end of Rust for me. So, like, this is Rust. This is a fucking nasty game where you're constantly getting clapped for no reason, nothing you can do to avoid it, and lose all your shit. So the fact that, like, hordes are steamrolling some of you, or you know, the juggernaut baseball bat zombie fucking one shot, who cares? Like, get over it. It's Rust. That's how Rust is. Again, they can't loot you. They can't, you know, offline you in the middle of the night, and they can't call you the N-word and teabag you. So, like, get over it. They're just hordes, and they're going to stay that way. We have to have some kind of dangerous content, and it never fails. Every force wipe, when everybody's, you know, level 0 and they have no skills and no enchantments and no blueprints, and they're all scrounging around, suddenly hordes are just the most terrible thing in the world. I hate this fucking server. These fucking hordes. I'm rage quitting the server. And then 2 weeks in, when everybody has all their shit, then suddenly it's like, hey, we need more hordes. We need more hordes. Like, you know, you gotta make up your mind. So please stop whining about the hordes. Y'all are stressing me out. Okay, moving on. I bitched enough about hordes. I'm going to try to tag some of these negative ones first so we can get to the fun stuff. Sulfur being sold for RP. This was not allowed. It will not be allowed. Well, unless you... Oh, yeah. I put, well, unless you want RP wipes, which would allow us to actually do tons more stuff, like selling everything.
No.
But, yeah, certain rich people want to flaunt their riches and don't want us to do that, so that's probably never going to happen. If we did wipe RP, have RP wipes, we would open up the doors to so many fucking new things, and we could lower the prices on everything too. But we've discussed that probably 9 times now, and every single time people like Mountain Juice get pissed. So we probably won't be doing that. Anyway, so back to the original topic though, sulfur being sold for RP. That was not supposed to be a thing. Again, the fact that anyone thought, hey, T has all these resources you can sell in /S for RP, but for some reason there's one resource you got to go sell another item, and then take that item and sell another item, and then that's how you can get RP for sulfur. I bet that was on purpose. He just wanted us to do a couple extra jump through hoops. You know, no, come on now. Let's be real. So, you know, we had a couple people rage quit the server. Like, oh, you stopped us from selling RP. Like, you were never supposed to sell sulfur. Cooked. Let me rephrase that. You were never supposed to sell cooked sulfur for RP. That was never supposed to be a thing. Obviously, players found a loophole to sell cooked sulfur for something else, and then sell that something else for RP and blah, blah, blah. Hey, I don't play the game. Yeah, the players were like, well, you left it like that for so many months. We thought it was supposed to be that way. Well, because nobody reported that to me. Nobody told me. So for those who are curious why we don't allow selling cooked sulfur for RP, well, because at the end of the wipe, you know, the whole purpose of our server is obviously, you know, to play Rust, but the whole purpose of the server is gun for PvP day. You know, aim for the end, you know, build up your base, get everything ready. That way you don't get offline. You can farm up peacefully and get ready for PvP day. We want raiders to actually have loot on PvP day to raid for. Yes, I know some of y'all are probably thinking, well, what about Utopia? They don't have, well, whatever. I'm not going to reconfigure every plugin just because another server, we changed it recently to not have PvP day. But the point being is, that's why sulfur was never originally intended to be sold cooked. We do allow selling uncooked sulfur because, hey, if you mine it, it's yours. You deserve to get something for it, right? The solution here would be, if you plan on selling a bunch of sulfur at the end of the wipe, then don't fucking cook it all. And then, of course, people are like, well, as raiders, that's how we get, we raid, and then we break down the stuff we get, and we sell it for RP. Okay, well, sell it for something else. Actually, later on tonight, when I showcase the new auction house, there's your answer. You'll make a shit ton more money on that selling cooked sulfur than you ever would have selling it for RP. So I'll showcase that a little bit later. But I just wanted to explain to you guys why cooked sulfur was never supposed to be sold. It's just so that the raiders can have something to gun for. All right, moving on. I'm going to skip that one trigger, the tutorial on /S. I'm going to save that streaming stuff for last. Moving on to the next one. Not sure what part about this rule is confusing, but this cannot fly even during PvP time. Oh, yeah, okay. Let me post this screenshot. By the way, if anybody's in my stream talking to me, I have that window minimized right now because I have my notes on the other window, on the other monitor here. So in the chat thing, I'm hoping all of you have the chat open on the meeting channel here. But that right there is a custom build spot. You know, the one that has the big sign in the front that says you cannot have any other structures except 1x1s. And the player decided for PvP prep, they were just going to build all this shit around it. Nope. The custom build rules apply even during PvP. And now some people might say, well, that's not fair. Blah, blah. Yeah, it is fair because everybody else doesn't have a base that's 90% indestructible because it's a custom build spot. So, yeah, I know we have a lot of crazy-ass rules on custom build spots now. For anybody that's been around longer than a year, yeah, that's exactly it too, Damp Knickers. You chose to build there, so that is fair. For anyone who's been around for more than a year, you can, hell, I would love for you to vouch for me in the chat here. Custom build spots were a huge fucking thorn, like a huge fucking thorn. Everybody's fighting over them and arguing over them. I mean, dude, just the minute we wiped, people were gunning straight for them, and then they're arguing, slapping TCs down, and then fighting. Oh, I put mine here, I put mine there, and they're fighting and fighting. And yeah, I'm sure it is still the same way, but it trust me, it's gotten a lot better. So we had to find negative things to do about custom build spots to kind of tone down their desirability so that people don't fight over them so much. It got real ugly on some wipes. By the way, hey Gemma, how you doing? It got real ugly on some wipes. So to combat that, we made some negatives. And one of the negatives obviously would be the fact that, you know, you can't have any other bases now if you're building a custom build spot. Some of the other negatives is, you know, we designed some of them so they can't be too overpowered. In other words, you can't build like, you know, 10 stories high and 100 foundations big. Like, you know, we kind of restrict them a little bit. So the positive note being they're really cool to build in, and most of your base is fucking invincible. So it's kind of a trade-off, and you got to just deal with it. If you don't like the rules or you don't like the way we manage our custom build spots, just don't build in one. I mean, it's pretty much that simple. I know that sounds like kind of an asshole thing to say, but it's just years of drama, and this is our solution to that drama. And I know somebody here, Toto just said it's still kind of the same way there, but I can tell you right now, and the admins will probably vouch, it's like a 90% decline in custom build spot drama now. Like 90.
Oh, it's 95%.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane how little custom build spot drama we have. But back then, it was like never ending. And I mean never freaking ending. So that's why we do that. Sorry, I lost my place in my notes here.
Before you move on to that, can you just attach the tugboats to that as well?
Oh yeah, might as well tap it real quick. Tugboats, I know we didn't really get a chance to officially discuss them at all because they kind of just were plopped in our lap there. Tugboats are definitely a violation of the custom build spot rule. If you have a custom build spot, you cannot go grab yourself a tugboat also. That's considered another base. They will get nuked. And again, for those who don't know how custom build spots work, if you have any other base that's not a 1x1 with just a TC and a sleeping bag, you can have a couple of those if you want, that's fine, but cannot be anything but a 1x1 with a sleeping bag and a tool cupboard. The sleeping bag so you can spawn there, the tool cupboard so you can set home there. That's it. If you have a custom build spot. That includes tugboats, because tugboats are bases. You can put boxes in them, storage in them, you can put everything in them. So those are considered bases. Again, we didn't nuke anybody's this wipe. We didn't take any action, and we're not going to today, tomorrow for this wipe, because this is all new to all of us. I mean, we even had admins like, yo, T, what's our stance on this? Like it's you know, it's new. So just bear with the admin team. We're all getting on the same page here with these. But that is the official ruling. Tugboats are considered an extra structure. You cannot have those if you have a custom build spot. And if you want a tugboat, don't build a custom build spot. Nice and easy. And if they ever do make a convar, which I'm sure they're going to, because in RSO, I don't know if you guys know what RSO is. It's a private Discord that the top like 500 server owners in the world get invited to with Face Punch. And we've been in there for years now. But in RSO, all the server owners are bitching about we need a convar to limit the tugboat population because people are just spamming the shit out of tugboats. So that convar is hopefully coming soon. Maybe keep that in mind. Spamming tugboats around, like maybe we should tone these down a little bit so T doesn't go nuts when that convar comes out. Because when that convar comes out, we are going to set that to something to limit the population of tugboats because they are insane. maybe on the low pop servers we can set it a little higher or something. I don't know. All right, moving on to the next topic. Sorry, sometimes I read these before I actually say it here. This is Wookie. This is yours. This is an easy one though. I'll cover it for you.
Thanks.
When building a base, think for a second. Is the place I am building supposed to be a place that you can build? Roads, bridges, holes in the rocks, and stuff like that are not places to build. Report these issues to us so we can get them fixed. We do reward people for reporting map glitches and any kind of glitch, bugs, glitches, exploits, loopholes, whatever. We reward people very well for these things. It could be anywhere from a couple thousand RP all the way up to, we've had major enough ones before that I gave people fucking gift cards and vet gold for free and all kinds of shit for what they reported to me. So it all depends upon how severe what your reporting is. But we report everybody that reports things. We've had people report stuff that we already knew and already had rewarded other people for reporting, and we still rewarded them because we didn't want to discourage them to not report stuff in the future. I'll give you a good example. This is the one that Wookie found when he posted that note. I mean, you guys know me. I would never have intentionally let you build on a bridge like that. We run Bradleys up and down our roads and bridges and stuff. So if you find something that's like, oh, I don't know if this was meant to be built on, just say something to us first. I mean, the most that could happen if it is, we'll just tell you, yeah, go ahead, man, build there. But yeah, the chances are no, especially if it's something like a custom thing like a bridge or something, any kind of structure or bridge or anything. If it doesn't have a custom build sign in front of it, it probably wasn't meant to be built on. But you know, I'm human. I make mistakes all the fucking time. Just ask my wife. So I do mess up on maps, and sometimes I forget to block building on things. So all right, moving on. I gotta quit trying to read this chat. By the way, everybody that's new here, just save up all your questions and comments, and like maybe open Notepad on your computer and just type what you want to say, what you want to ask, and save it for the Q&A. Because I really get distracted trying to watch all that go by. Moving on to the next one. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. My son's pulling back in my driveway with his new car now. If he hits my Jeep, I'm going to kill him.
Bets on Jeep hitting. Let's go.
I swear to God. Oh, no, wait. Okay, he's good. Oof. Man, I swear to God. Okay.
It's fine. They're easy to repair.
I'm going to be, yeah, you would know. I'm going to be nervous for like the next like 3 months of him driving here. Sadly, admin said it's allowed now. What?
Just ignore it. Move
Oh,
on.
talking about
They can bring
building-
it up in the Q&A.
Yeah, bring it up in the Q&A. All right, moving on. Oh, yeah, this is a good one. Amazing survey responses. The survey rewards end like tonight. We keep watching to see if you're in game to give you your reward for your survey if you got selected. Tonight's the last night we're doing that, and the surveys have already been closed down. The link has been removed from the announcement. But the survey responses, holy shit, we got like 100 responses. And I hit the wrong button. I gotta tell you, like, yo, I don't even have words for this, man. Like, some of the stuff you guys said, you gotta remember, we spend years and all we get to hear is bitching and whining and moaning and complaining. And that was, I'm not gonna lie, I started to almost get like choked up reading some of these surveys, like literally like get that little lump in your throat thing, like, you know, your eye starts to burn, you're like, oh God, you're a man, don't do it. So like those responses, man, those were really, really touching. They're not there to like, you know, stroke my ego or give me a boost. They're there for a reason. We're actually going to do a marketing campaign soon, and we wanted to figure out what really touches players the most about our servers, because that's obviously what we want to focus on in our marketing campaign. But wow, like if I knew how reading all that stuff was going to make me feel, I would have done this a long time ago. Like those survey responses, just everybody that put them in and actually took the time to really write out your story. Like, damn, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, meant a lot.
Yeah, it really did. Like I shared, obviously, you know, we shared with the admin team and everybody, and we were all just like, holy shit. Like, we just get so much negative all the time. It was really, really cool to read how some of you feel about our servers. I mean, even some people, I was like, that person doesn't like me. And then reading what you said, I'm like, wow, just holy shit. It's really touching. Really touching. Maybe in the future, I can share some of the stories. Maybe edit people's names out if you want, but share some of the stories that you guys submitted in your surveys. Those were really awesome. I really, really appreciate what you guys said and what you guys did there. So thank you. It made the reward feel worth it to me. So, and again, if you guys get online tonight and you're like, hey, I wrote a big one. You know, some people only wrote like one sentence, and no offense, we're not rewarding those ones. But if you guys wrote like something big, like you really typed it up like I asked you to, and you didn't get a reward yet, man, get online tonight and let us know. I don't care if you got to put a ticket in or something. You know, each day we kind of scan the list of people that still need to be rewarded, and we look to see if they're online, and if they're not, we just, okay, we'll move on. So, yeah, that story house. Yeah, you know what, Netra? I would have loved another one. That was a birthday gift. Like, I didn't have anything to do with that. Hey, my birthday just passed last month. I didn't get a damn story house, so, you know, it is what it is. All right, moving on to the next topic after the surveys. Speaking of that birthday house, though, I'm going to inject another topic here, Trigger. Can you timestamp right now for me for this one? You ready for me?
Gotcha, bro.
This one is called Aleahnah. So first of all, any past admins that are listening or in the meeting right now or whatever, honestly, I don't even know if you're in here, Drac, but you're the first person that came to my mind when I thought about doing this. So don't take it personally. This is not to say like, ooh, other admins, I don't care about them, but this one I got to say something. It's not like that. It's not like that. Anyone who's admin for us for longer than 3 to 6 months will know what I mean when I say that Aleahnah busted her ass for these servers for years. And now you understand, like, me and her are fucking polar opposites. Like, I mean, I don't think we could get along in real life for more than 45 seconds. We'd probably kill each other. Like, we are so that's how amazing of an admin and worker she was, her work ethic, and just how fucking ham she went on everything she did. Aleahnah retired last night. Last night was her official retirement finally. She trained our 2 new staff members, and that was her final action as an admin. Now, don't everybody go, oh, what happened? What? She tried to retire a year ago, and I've basically been forcing her for the last year to keep doing shit. I even drew the last month out of her. I'm like, okay, just give me till after my vacation because I need you to cover for me while I'm gone. So that's how cool she is with her work. Is like she literally tried to retire a full year ago, and I've been dragging her on ever since then. And I mean, it's not like I've been secretly dragging her on. She knows what I'm doing. She's not stupid. But I mean, she one of the greatest admins we've ever had. Period. I don't think anybody. Yeah, I don't think anybody on the staff will argue that or feel like shunned, like, oh, why didn't you say me? You know what I'm saying? I love all our admins. All our admins do great work, but that woman really, really, really gave her all. Like, you know, when, again, you know, she's been trying to retire for a year now, so a lot of you newer people are like, I don't even know who that is, or I don't see her that much. You don't understand. Anybody before that, from like before last year, would know that, I mean, day, night, morning, afternoon, it was just Aleahnah, just events and I mean, just a lot of stuff. She really busted her ass. She's still around, of course. You know, if we call on her for something, she'll do it. If I could text her at 2 a.m, ask her to go click a button for me in the server, she'd do it for me. She'll still do shit if she wants to, but she just wanted to just finally be able to take a breather. You know what I'm saying? Like her main retirement, and I wish she was right here right now to explain it all to you guys herself. Hell, maybe one of you admins can DM her real quick and tell her to step in here. But she just wanted to be able to just not feel the burden of like, you know, I'm trying to retire and I'm still an admin and I feel like shit because everybody else is busting their ass and I'm kind of not doing it. You know what I'm saying? It started to ride on her conscience. Like, I feel like I'm not doing my part because, you know, I've been trying to retire. So that's why she officially was just like, you know what, I gotta retire. So I had to let her retire finally, just so that she didn't have that guilty conscience of like, I'm not pulling my own weight. But yeah, anybody that's been here before last year would know that woman busted her ass. One of the all-time greatest admins we've ever had, period. And I'm sure we have many more that are going to be just as good as her, and we still have some right now that are just as good, but she definitely busted her ass. So, with that, can everybody in this channel just give a big shout-out and wish her well? I'm going to make sure I'm going to link her to this part of the meeting so she can see what everybody had to say to her and stuff, because she was a good one. So, moving on. Her nightmare hurt your feelings. Yeah, she does a good job. All right, moving on to the next one. Props to Chappie. He has been busting his ass literally just in the last 24 hours on raid bases. We have a lot of stuff to announce tonight with those. We got some new bases coming out. We got some revamped bases, some updated bases, some fixed bases. Chappie has taken that by the horns, and is Chappie in here right now? You are in here.
Yeah, boy.
And hopefully he's not going to fucking
Yeah.
just, hopefully he's not going to burn himself out in like 3 days and then just give up on it, because we really, if you guys haven't noticed, we hadn't had much raid base shit going on because Mac Lear retired, and that was our raid base admin. So,
Y'all better be scared now.
yes, y'all better. And hopefully Chappie will get on this shit. I told him if he really, really, really starts going ham on these things, I'll boot the build server back up too. I took the build server down because we had no raid base admin. So the build server was there for players to submit raid bases and for admins to work on raid bases and stuff like that. So if he really goes ham with this shit, I'll bring the build server back up too. But he already got a shit ton done today. What'd you send me today? Like probably 20 base things to do?
Yeah.
Something like that.
25-ish, give or
Yeah.
take, another
Damn,
6
son.
nightmares or
Yeah,
something.
there's a bunch. So, and I'll let you guys know. I'm gonna go over the update log that's coming for Force Wipe, and I'll let you know some of the base stuff he did. All right, moving on. Real quick, I don't know if you guys know this. There's a command. I'm gonna type it in the chat here. I don't know if you guys know that command, but that's how you can bring up your enchantment like window. You know, it's the same as clicking that little bag icon, but you know, you could bind that to a key. It might be a little easier if you want than clicking the bag icon. I just figured I'd put that out there. It was a new feature that we added last month, and I wasn't sure if you guys, you know, because half the people don't read the update log, but I put that in there about a month ago in the update log. So making sure you guys know that that is a command. Yep. All right, moving on. Good news is I'm almost done with my notes. Juice, I'll cover yours. It was a pretty easy one. Do not drop rockets on the ground. Trade them to each other or put them in a box or something. Yeah, actually I'm going to expand on that a little bit. We have a page on our website right there called Known Issues. If something is on that page and that something happens to you, we're not going to help you. That is our official "we do not support these things" page. Dropping things on the ground like rockets in front of you at close range and them falling through the map is a known bug, and it has been posted in that page. It's a face punch thing. There's nothing we can do about it. And yeah, it's not just rockets; it's anything. So, you know, rockets just happens to be the one players get so pissed about and bring it to our attention. But anyway. Make sure you check that page. Anything on that page, we do not support. We will not help you. So, moving on. Review the coming update log. I'm going to skip that for a second and move on down to the next one. Tugboats and custom build locations, we already covered that. So the last one here. Mountain Juice, you want to take that one over before I get onto my big stuff?
Well, he's not here, but hopefully he'll watch the meeting back. I just want to shout out Lewis on Outbreak. The man is constantly helping players out, answering questions, giving new players equipment to get them started. I mean, this is every single day. So I just wanted to give him a shout out and recognize him. And so everybody
I'd
knows
love to see it.
we recognize people for good just as much as we do bad. We see it.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
wanted to take an opportunity to shout him out. I mean, a lot of players on Outbreak really depend on him, and he has no problem helping. So we greatly appreciate it.
That's fun. Nice. Did you put notes on his profile about stuff?
Absolutely.
Cool. Yeah. So players, again, for those that are new, we keep very detailed profiles on our players, negative and positive though, not just negative. It could be something as simple as, you know, oh, I saw Killer Tofu, you know, hand some new players some bandages. It could be something as major as, you know, like he ran an event and did like this huge event and used all his own materials and prizes, and it can be major stuff. We also keep negative ones, you know, like even small stuff like, being kind of trolly towards other people, or it can be major stuff, you know, stole a bunch of stuff out of somebody's TC, just whatever. We keep notes on everybody. Real detailed notes. I mean, some people have pages and pages of notes. Some people just have a couple. It's obviously we can't keep a note if we don't see it happen, you know. So if you did something nice, don't be like, well, why didn't you put that on there? Well, if we didn't see it, we don't know. If you guys as players ever want to report somebody for nice reasons, by the way, I don't think I've ever mentioned this before. We get a lot of people that are like, oh, I don't want to bother you guys with a ticket. Tickets don't bother us. What bothers us is, you know, trying to do it in chat or somewhere else. So tickets are great. If you guys ever want to report a player for a nice reason, you're more than welcome to. None of us on the admin team are going to laugh at you or think you're stupid. Probably the opposite, honestly, because we get so sick and tired of dealing with negative all the time that sending some positive shit our way, man, we're all about that stuff. And we will note that player's profile. If it's good enough, we may actually reward them something, whatever. You know, if it's that major, you know, maybe get us a video clip or something showing us what they did, because, you know, I could see some less than scrupulous people like, oh, let's just pretend we did stuff for each other so we can get free stuff. Yeah, it's not going to work that way. But, yeah, feel free to report people for good stuff. There's nothing wrong with that.
Just on a side note, I heard from Aleahnah. She unfortunately is working, but she thanks everybody for their best wishes.
Awesome. All right, moving on to, okay, so now is when all the stream type stuff is going to be starting here. Shortly, I'm gonna review the update log, but some of the stuff in it I'm gonna have to show you, and then I'm gonna have to show you some other stuff. So we got a lot of stuff to show. I will say this again: if you're not in the stream, let me go look. Oh, we got a bunch in there now. Got 109 in meeting channel and 72 in stream, so it's getting there. Let me post the link one more time. All right, if you don't have the stream open, you're probably going to be in the dark about some of the stuff I'm discussing, but I mean, yeah, it's not going to kill you. You'll still be able to hear it at least. Trigger, I'm going to start doing the part for timestamps, the update log review here.
Gotcha.
I'm going to send Trigger a skirt.
Okay. Where is the update log? So as I'm doing stuff, I keep I have a hidden channel where the lead admins are, that I keep just like the upcoming update log, like, you know, so I don't forget stuff that I've done. So let me just say that this one is a big one, and I will be posting this after the meeting. So if you're like, wait, what did he say about that one thing? Don't worry, it'll be posted after the meeting. I just didn't want to post it yet until we discussed it. I'm just going to go line by line down this update log here. And if you guys have any questions or comments about stuff I say, save it for the Q&A. Open Notepad on your computer, type it out, save it. There are some nerfs. I don't want to hear it. I'm in a very weird place in my life right now where I'm just tired of negativity. I actually
You're still showing your Rust screen, just so you know.
I know. Oh, sorry. Let me switch that back to the Discord one. I actually, I've been showing my Rust screen this whole time.
Yes.
That's hilarious. I actually left my vacation a day early just because of negativity. Like one of my family members just griping about something. I was like, you know what? No more negativity in my life. No more negativity in my life. So I know it sounds kind of ironic that I'm whining about negativity of people whining. It's kind of a catch-22 there, I guess. But yeah, there are some nerfs in this update log. I don't want to hear it. I just don't want to hear it. I really don't. There's a shit ton of buffs, and that's why I don't want to hear it, actually, because there's so many good things and so many buffs. It's probably like a 80 or 90% good and, you know, 10 or 20% nerf. So I really just don't want to hear it. In the past, we've had people like to ignore all the good stuff and pick one little thing out and like just constantly edge at it. So, all right, the first thing on the update log. The call heli command now has a UI to confirm that you'd like to call a heli and show you what the price is. I think I posted that already, just some of my little teases I was doing. I posted that in Discord in general.
Yeah, teaser. I'll stick it in the map.
I'll say, yeah, if you want to put it in the meeting channel, yeah.
Meeting channel.
Yep. And you can actually take the second one and put it in here too, because the next update log, I was just being funny on this next one, but and on the 8th day, he made the call heli command no longer work if there's already a heli on the map. And mankind rejoiced. Woot woot, woohoo! So, it's official. As a force wipe, if you try to call a heli and there's already one on the map, the motherfucker won't work. Yay! When we paid our developer to do this, and when I mentioned it to him, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I can do that really easy, no problem." Every admin in the channel, literally, all you heard was a bunch of thumps from dicks hitting desks. Like, what? You can do that? So from now on, if you try to, after the force wipe, if you try to call a heli and there's already one on the map, it will not work. And we now have a UI, because I know it was kind of shitty where like new players are like, wait, how do I get a heli? And then they type it and they're like, wait, where the fuck did my RP go? And you know, the person that told them the command didn't warn them ahead of time that it was 5,000 RP, blah, blah, blah. So now it's all nice and neat for you. There you go. No. We literally just like, this was spur of the moment, like 2 nights ago. Like, hey, could you code this for me real quick? We'll pay you. Like, this was real quick, spur of the moment. Maybe we'll spruce it up a little bit, with cooldowns and stuff like that. But for now, I just wanted to get something in your face so that you can see what it is and what it costs, and then something to stop it from happening if there's already one on the map. Yeah, it's an attack heli. Yes, sir. But yeah, I will work on that in the future, Mikey. I just like I said, was in a hurry. Moving on to the next one. Polar bears have been added to the barrel surprises. I'm sure most of you know what I mean by barrel surprises.
Love it.
Next note. Scientists have been added to barrel surprises, but listen closely. There's a parenthesis here. They're dressed as zombies, so they shouldn't have guns. They're just gonna be like little single zombies. So don't get scared. Like, oh my god, a scientist is gonna shoot me in the face. The next one. The rate of animals popping out of barrels has been increased across the board to give players more chances at finding animals. So now there's a min-max on some of the animals. You could get 1 boar, you could get 3 boars, you could get 2 chickens, you could get 7 chickens. Obviously the bigger stuff like wolves and bears, I didn't put it up to like 7 bears. That would fucking suck. But now there's all across the board, all the animal things have been increased, that you have a better chance of having animals come out. For those who don't know how that plugin works, it's a custom plugin we did. It's actually based on playtime. We didn't want, when we first made this, you log into the server as a new player. The first thing you do is go hit barrels, and then, we used to have major shit pop out of there, like actual scientists shooting at you and everything. And, you go hit a barrel and a fucking bear pops out and mauls you or something. As a new player, it's like, what the fuck? Yeah, or an F1 grenade falls out and kills you. People get pissed off. So what we did is we actually we recustomized the plugin to be behind playtime walls. So some stuff can happen right away, some of the minor stuff. And as you get more and more playtime, more of the major stuff can start happening to you. Like, in other words, you'll see bears coming out of barrels before you'll see polar bears coming out of barrels. You'll see deer coming out of a barrel before you'll see bears coming out of a barrel, stuff like that. A bean can is much earlier than an F1 grenade type stuff. So it's all based on playtimes. So yeah, by the end of the month, you're pretty much getting everything. We didn't really change the rates, by the way, of the stuff. We just increased how often it can happen type thing. So you'll get more animals, basically. And it was just the animals, by the way. I didn't increase grenades and shit like that. It was just the animals, so that you guys have better chances of getting some animals. Seen some players complain about finding animals on some of the more populated servers, so there you go.
And not 7 grenades out of a barrel.
Yeah, that's my answer to that. I didn't want to up the actual population of animals because that's a huge hit on server impact. I mean, such a big hit that Facepunch actually advises server owners on modded servers to just turn chickens off completely, because even chickens a huge hit to your server performance. So to give you guys more chances to find animals, rather than increasing the global population, I increased the frequency that they'll pop out of barrels, because that way, hey, they're right there in your face. They get handed to you. No, you can't get barrel sharks. All right. Barrel sharks. Moving on.
Use that the Momo train plugin. You get a barrel train.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna go through this list this section of the update log pretty quickly, because this is all basically the same type of shit. So I'm just gonna read these line by line. I'm not gonna really talk about them that much unless something pops in my head that I need to think about. If you have a question or comment on one of these, like I said, type it down on Notepad, save it for the Q&A. So bear with me, I'm going to go fast. The skinning tree has been renamed to Survivalist. In the raiding tree, the /strike command now requires MLRS rockets. I will touch on that one. It's kind of OP that you can just log in on a fresh wipe and MLRS a fucking base down while everybody else is still trying to get out of their starter gear. So it now requires rockets in your inventory to do. You don't need to go sit in the MLRS. You don't need the aiming module, but you do need the rockets. And some people are like, well, that's bullshit. I thought it's supposed to be a perk. It is a perk, because now you can use the regular MLRS and you can use your strike. And you can use your strike from wherever you want. You can aim it with the binoculars. There's still tons of good things about it. It just requires the ammo now. That's not a bad idea. A mini copter spawning out of a barrel. Alright, combat tree. Guarded has been reduced from tier 3 to tier 2. Also from the combat tree, guarded can now be maxed to 40%, which is up from 30%. The vehicle tree, economical pilot, has been moved from tier 2 to tier 1. Vehicle tree, hybrid pilot, has been moved from tier 3 down to tier 2. The vehicle tree, boat speed increase perk should work on tugboats. Notice I said should, so feel free to report something to me if it doesn't, but it should work on tugboats. Medical tree. Sorry, I got lost there in my notes. Medical tree, bandage expert, has been moved from tier 2 down to tier 1. Told you most of these were buffs. Buildcraft, thrifty tinkerer, has been moved from tier 2 to tier 3. Buildcraft, blacksmith, has been moved from tier 3 down to tier 2. The combat tree, tactical advancements, has been moved from tier 2 to tier 3. Combat tree, assassin, has been moved from tier 3 to tier 2. And for those who are wondering about the combat tree shuffling, we're trying to get it. I didn't like the fact that like one tier was like all PvP shit. So I tried to shuffle it a little bit so that there was some on one, some on the other type thing. That's why they're shuffling right there. Buildcraft tree, access granted chance has been increased from 25% to 50%. The harvesting tree, fishing luck, has been moved from tier 1 to tier 2. Now moving on down to the raid bases section. With raid bases, and again, big shout out to Chappie.
Thank you.
We have one new nightmare base, 16 updated and revamped nightmare bases, one updated expert base, one new hard base, one updated hard base, 3 new medium bases, 3 new easy bases. And I do know for a fact that he was working on a couple other nightmares last time I poked at him on that server. So
Yeah, boy.
moving on down to the next. Scrolls have been added Scrolls have been added to all the luck skills, like mining luck, fishing luck, woodcutting luck, whatever. You can trade scrolls in for random enchantments. Oh, look, there's Aleahnah. No, you're good, Aleahnah. We just that was from the players, not from me. That was just everybody wishing you well and thank you for all that you've done over the years. And all the players, this wasn't me. I swear to God, this wasn't me. It was just the players said, if you're still not around to at least help out every now and then, they're gonna kick your ass. Again,
Those players.
that was strictly from the players, nothing to do with me. So, Anyway, that's too funny. Yeah, we just wanted to give you some kind of little farewell thing. I told everybody you'd still be around, still kicking. You just wanted to be able to not have the responsibility of being an admin sitting on top of your back, making you feel guilty. So. It's all good. All right, moving on to the next note there. So like I said, scrolls have now been added to all the luck skills. Mining luck, fishing luck, whatever. You now have a chance of finding a scroll when you do those. Tokens have been added to all the luck skills. Mining luck, fishing luck, blah, blah, blah. Tokens are a currency that you can spend in the /s store for enchantments. Next note, tokens have been added to the zombie horde loot tables. The next one, various enchantment RP costs have been altered and tweaked again. Some went up, some went down. Just we just watch what enchantments are overpowered and which ones aren't, and kind of adjust their costs accordingly. Various enchantment min, max, and cap tweaks. Same basic concept. Like, oh, this one's kind of weird, where the max is at 20%. Let's drop it down a couple percentage points. Stuff like that. Just there's been tweaks across the board, up, down. Every which way. Some were buffed, some were nerfed, whatever. They'll all be reflected on the enchantment website page. The enchantment button has been moved to prevent accidental team leaving. So for those of you who have accidentally left your team trying to click that little purple bag, it has now been moved up to the top right of your screen, out of the way. So hopefully some rejoicing on that one, because I know a lot of people wanted that. Moving on down the update log. There is a new skill. It is called Weaponsmith. I'm not going to tell you what it does. I'm going to wait to show you in the game. There's another new skill called Turbine Engine. I'm not going to show you what that does either. I'll wait to show you in the game. And then another new skill, braided line. I'll tell you this one because I hate fishing. Braided line provides a X% reduction per level to the rod tension when you're fishing. Giggity. There's also a new enchantment called Butcher. It increases your skinning yield. I will tell you that there are 7 skills listed in my WIP, WIP, work in progress, update log for the next force wipe. So they're not ready for this one, but there are 7 more skills I'm currently working on right now. I may be able to, no, I don't know. I may be able to show off a couple of them. Actually, I'm sorry, there's 8 new ones. 8 new ones there, so. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm trying to read this as I'm looking here. Yep, all right, so there's 8 new skills on top of the ones I just mentioned that I'm still working on. They're just not gonna be ready for this force wipe. So with that said, let me tab into the game and switch my stream to the game. If you guys are not in the stream, now's the time you want to be there so you can see what I'm talking about. Us live, there we go. All right, so weaponsmith. And by the way, while I'm doing this, I cannot see the chat. So just, if you have something to say, hold it for the Q&A. Where is weaponsmith? Did I not enable it on the server? I'm gonna be so pissed off if I didn't put it on here. What the hell? Oh, you have to give me a.
You're on test 1 or test 2?
I thought I am on test 1, yeah. Let me check 1 second here, hold on. Sorry, folks, sorry. Nola, tell them a story or something.
This one time at band camp,
Yeah.
I demand a Jeep story.
No, I don't think he wants to tell one of that. Don't think he wants to tell one of those right now.
sometimes Jeeps go ground sky, ground sky.
Yes, they do.
I will take a moment, even though we usually do this later on, to welcome our new staff members.
There you go.
So, Malatrix, Floretna, welcome to staff.
Oh, I'm a dumbass. Sorry, I'm in the wrong tree. Weaponsmith was. Weaponsmith would be in the build craft tree, you know, weaponsmith. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm such a fucking tool. For anybody that ever says T can't admit when he's wrong, there you go. I was wrong as a motherfucker on that one. Yeah, anyway, congrats to the new staffers, Flo and Mala. Alright, so, weaponsmith. There she blows. Let me skill it up. Oh, another new thing we did. You see this little unlocks in right here? It now shows you how many points you got left to get to the next tier. So you see right here is next to tier 2. So tier 2 unlocks in there. And now it shows you how many skill points to the next tier. Oh, I'm supposed to be getting weapons. Crank it up. Yes, I know it's a lot of skill points, but I mean, you don't have to get it all the way maxed. It's still pretty badass even when it's not maxed. There you go, weaponsmith. Check this. If you have a weapon already, you know, on your hotbar loaded up, it's not gonna like right now. If I hit the reload button, you can hear me hitting it. It's not doing shit, right? It's because it doesn't need to reload. The game doesn't realize that it can be reloaded yet. So just shoot real quick, and now you can do it. Check this out. Oh shit. So now let's have some fun with it though. Check this. Any requests? Any requests here? What do you want? Bolty?
Show them
MGL?
stuff. Show them the rocket launcher.
Rocket launcher? And Python nasty too. And of course a 249. You know, everybody wants to know about that. Oh, you know what else was funny? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? This was fucking hilarious. And this was fucking hilarious. Actually, so was that. Let me give myself some ammo. And where's pistol? There it is. Now y'all got me in my stream here. Oh, I don't have any damn HE stuff or grenades. Alright, so I've got maxed out weaponsmith right now. Oh, but this one is the same thing. But this one is weird with the MGL. I think Face Punch like hard coded the animation of loading the MGL to 6, but watch, if you just hit reload one more time, it'll keep going. So that, just so you guys know ahead of time, it's kind of funky, but you know, it is what it is. At least it works, right? But look at that shit. What? Some PvP noobs are gonna be roof camping with this now. Oh yeah. Alright, same thing with that. Look, now you got 2.
I was gonna say
5 in the DB.
double. The DB is the only thing that matters now.
That's fucking epic, dude.
You're sitting in a bush at night and you catch someone running by in PvP, you're gonna literally make them shit their pants.
How about a 15-shot python?
That is so broken.
God.
Can we just jump ahead to the next server meeting where we're like, so we reconsidered.
Yeah, we had to nerf that. And now you see why it costs so many skill points. Like people probably watching me skill it up, like, man, that's a little excessive, don't you think, T? Now you see why it's fucking it's over fucking powered as hell, dude.
Yeah, 250, dude. 250. All I gotta say is we gotta get a prim raid going again, their admin team, because double fire arrows on a crossbow. Wow.
Yeah, look at this.
Best part.
Fucking.
That is so broken for fire arrows.
That's so insane.
It's not gonna work with Ensign.
Look at the bolty. What? Oh, I didn't try an L96.
Yo, it works with extended mag too.
Yeah, it does work with extended mag, by the way. So here, I'll show you with an AK.
96 with an extended mag.
I think it goes to.
Oh, does L96 take an extended?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, mine does, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
dude.
That's gonna be 14 shots.
Roof camping for days.
Gee, I'm gonna be handing in my resignation papers, and
Hell
I'll be
you are.
joining the PvP days again.
The hell you are. How about you just do some events, man? Admin raids.
Here we go.
That's my favorite part here.
Yep.
You raiders are
No
gonna
way.
love that double rocket.
Imagine having that with the double explosive thing from Raid Tree, and then
Oh,
Can I get one of our Canadians to say the no way guy?
that's
What?
epic.
No way.
no way.
Yep, that's crazy. Oh, what was the last one you guys said?
I hate
Spaz?
that guy.
Oh, I didn't show you the
Spaz.
extended mag
Yeah,
on the. Oh, I did
Spaz,
show you the
yes.
extended mag. Yeah. Somebody said Spaz, I think.
Here's something I didn't know until I was in my 30s.
What?
What? No way. Could I add that to the soundboard?
So again, some of these ones, because they have their special animations for reloading, you just got to click the reload button one more time. There you go, 15-shot Spaz.
That is so dumb.
Crazy.
That's insane. So yeah, it's pretty fucking nasty.
as the market for certain guns that no one ever used before this updates miraculously go up on the auction house.
I think I excluded water guns. Yeah, I did. Oh, maybe
Yeah.
I
What
did.
about the snowball gun?
We exclude the snowball gun because it kind of gets weird.
Oh, there it goes. No, I didn't exclude water guns. Look, it was a snowball gun that I excluded. But look, you can put 1,000 water in your water gun now. You can just skeet all day.
Looted snowball guns, literally unplayable.
Skeet, skeet. Anyway, so that's the one new skill. Hope you guys like that. And don't forget, I have 8 skills that I'm not even showing you tonight that I'm working on too. What was the other one? The other one I was gonna say, oh, turbine engine. Ha! I like this one. Okay, so I actually like this one even more than this fucking gun one. Turbine engine. There she blows. Right there. The little wind-looking thing. What does she do?
Helicopter.
I've got Airwolf in my head right now. Dun, 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 dun.
Seriously, team, your fun map needs to have a Valley of Sams so that we can do Top Gun maneuvers.
So the good news is, no, it does not work on Chinook. Thank God, because if it did, I would have actually disabled it, not used it. It does not work on Chinook. It does work on the scraps, though. But the minicopter is just fun as hell. I mean, this son of a bitch is fast.
This just means I would crash faster.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm actually a pretty good minicopter flyer, and this actually makes it harder to fly because it's just got so much thrust now, giggity, that like it's just you know, because you kind of get your muscle memory of like, okay, now I should hit the throttle at this point. You know, it's like it just throws it way off. But I mean,
Barrel roll.
it's fast. Oh, I'm sure I could.
Go around the whole map in like 30 seconds.
Right. Yeah, they're gonna call hacks, but what else is new? I mean, we got people submitting F1 reports because somebody called them a bad name. So.
Can you see the racist Ori?
Oh yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, but if you sit in your seat the whole time, it's a quick way to
Hey,
get
look,
down to the ground.
imagine that. You don't die. How many people always say they blow up minicopters? I've never been able to blow one up. But anyway, so as you can see, it's nice and fast. Good stuff.
Dude, that
So-
was wild.
Those are the 2 new skills. Well, there's 3. I just didn't show off the fishing one. Like I said, I have 8 more that I'm working on right now. Some of them are actually already working and everything. So be
Question
ready
in
for
chat,
that.
Does it eat more fuel?
No, it does not. It's
And
not.
even if it,
Well, yeah, you can use the skill to reduce that.
yeah,
but
you
no,
can use the skill to reduce it.
it does not eat more. It's not like going from a 4-cylinder to an 8-cylinder. It just, it just basically provides more downward force. You missed the rocket launcher? I can show you real quick.
It does one at a time, but it's fairly quick together.
Yeah, it's real quick. You don't have to reload.
You don't have to reload, yeah.
Here, I'll show you the rocket launcher one more time. What's cool is you don't even have to reload it animation-wise twice. There you go. That's the
Watch
rocket
out,
launcher.
Bradley. Some people are coming for you.
Yep. Anyway, so hope you guys like those 2 new skills. Like I said 50 million times already. I've got like 8 more that we're working on. They're just not ready yet. Let me get back to my meeting note. All right, the last thing we're doing. This is it. The last thing for the whole meeting for me. And then the Q&A starts. But this is the part you guys really need to pay attention to. It's actually more important even than the skills I was just showing you. So if you don't have the stream up, please get it up right now. Those on Utopia and Terminus. Sorry, I had to shut my blinds. You guys have already been beta testing this for me for a whole month now. But the /s store is switching to a new plugin soon. I'm about to give you a full tutorial of how to use it because honestly, the only negative feedback I've seen from any player so far, and there's been a couple, are players that have no clue what they're doing with the plugin. Oh, this fucking sucks. I hate this piece of shit. Fucking /s blah blah blah. And it's like, yeah, but you're literally not even using it at all. Like it. So here's what we got: the new /s plugin. If you hate it, or if you hate the new features that it's offering, just don't freaking use them because it still does the old stuff too. Like I said when I originally proposed this plugin to you guys a month ago, is the main concern we had, or the main, I guess you could say, goal, was that we had to make sure it at least could do what you guys could do before. So if buying a couple things here and there for RP or Zeds or bits, you know, like the town stuff or whatever, and selling stuff for RP, like your resources, if that's all you care about, fine. Guess what? This plugin does all of that just fine now. We got it all set up and all configured and it works. So like I said, the few negative feedbacks I got were from people that just like, it's like, you know what, you're not even trying. You're not even using it. You're literally complaining about stuff that if you don't want to use those features, don't use those features. So let me show you everything from top to bottom. Bear with me. I'm literally going to give, once, I can say from an admin standpoint, even some of the admins, when you first try to use the plugin, it's like, it's overwhelming. It really is. When I first was even testing it and trying to set it up, I was like, this is just, it's too overwhelming. Once you get a feel for it, think about like the first time you drove a car. You know, like the very first time, you're just white knuckling. You know, you're on the highway and you're just scared to shit. Like and now you don't even think about it. You know, now you can barely put your phone down long enough to pay attention. So think about it that way. When you first open the plugin, yeah, it's like, whoa, what the fuck? Once you get used to it, you look down on everybody else that's having trouble with it. Like, how are you not having, you know, how are you not using this? It's so easy. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. So please, please, please pay attention. I'm going to give you guys the total rundown from top to bottom, and I'll do it nice and quickly. Let me open my stream on the other window in case somebody says something there. Okay. So first of all, let me give myself some resources. Because I know that's the main thing everybody uses /s for, selling resources, right? So let's give myself a bunch of shit. I don't know what the hell you guys even sell for resources technically. I'm just going to give myself a bunch of shit. Do me a favor, one of you admins, like Noel or somebody, go on to Battlemetrics and give me like 100 Zeds, 100 bits. Give me like 100. I added tokens to the give special, by the way. Give me like 100 tokens. So give me like 100 Zeds, 100 bits, 100 tokens. You know, all that good shit, so that I can showcase this stuff off. So everybody watching, right? The stream actually dropped by 22 people, so hope everybody's checking this out. So here's the new /s. Let me explain the two different things. I'm going to, again, pay real close attention. You have shops and you have market. Shops is what you're used to. Shops is what you're used to. That's normal /s type stuff right there. Market is like the auction house type stuff. So I'll explain that last. I'm going to hit the shops real quick because that's the part you're probably looking for. And then transfer is just what you think it is. You can transfer stuff to players, just like the old /s thing could, or /transfer. So here are the shops. The reason they're split like this, you're probably wondering to yourself, well, in the old one /s, it was all just right there. This plugin, it bases everything on currency. I can't get around that. There's some areas I do like the fact that it does it that way. There's some areas I don't like the fact that it does it that way. You know, maybe in the future, we combine Zeds and bits and just have one of those kind of currencies. That way it's less spread out, if you know what I'm saying. But for now, it is what it is. I do have a ton of work to do on this plugin still, by the way. And I do have that as a thought of maybe just having one of those currencies, the Z and bits. So we'll see in the future. But for now, that's how it is. So the shop is based on currencies. So are the markets. Everything's based on currency. So if you want to buy stuff for scrap, like Bandit and Outpost, you click right here, open shop. I included these tips at the bottom here that shows you stuff. You can see right here, it contains most of the vanilla Bandit Camp and Outpost stuff. And then, like I said, they all explain it down there. Boomer bucks, that's funny. Anyway, so here you can see I opened up the shop. Now there is one key difference here, and this is actually kind of cool though. Is in the shop you can you deposit your currency. This is only for physical currency, by the way. It's not for RP. If you go to the RP store right here, you see all y'all's normal stuff, you know, RP, the eggs and shit, and here's the categories over here. So all that stuff's normal. You see your RP balance up here at the top. But for items or for shops that have a physical currency, scrap, Zeds, or bits, you actually put your currency into like your bank account. So you see at the top right here, it says deposit, and I have 0 scrap. So right now, you notice it says I can't buy anything. If I try to buy these grenades, you don't have enough currency. But if you look at my inventory, I do. I've got 1,000 something scrap right there. And I want to make sure I teach this to you guys because a lot of players, even admins, have done it. Like, I'm confused. It's telling me I don't have currency, but I do have currency. Well, that's because it's not deposited. So here. But this is kind of cool though, because you can deposit your scrap, and then not have to carry it around if you want to buy stuff. So I'll deposit. I can just throw all my scrap over there. Now you can see I've got scrap. I can afford stuff. If you look at the very top, you can see I've got 1.1k scrap. I can buy stuff now. Right here, I can open it up and see what the price is, the total price for how many I'm going to buy. If you ever notice an item that won't let you adjust the amount, that's because it has cooldowns. I'm sure you guys know most of our Bandit Camp and Outpost stuff has cooldowns to try to mimic the restocking timers of the Bandit Camp and Outpost the best we can. I know they're not perfect. I know they annoy some of you. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It has to be that way. We can't just let you unlimited buy things and spam it. We couldn't set a restock timer like the Bandit Camp and Outpost do in vanilla, so we had to do it with cooldowns. So a lot of the items in the Bandit and Outpost, you won't be able to adjust this quantity. To make up for that, if you haven't noticed, we increased the amounts on some of these. 10 grenades for 80 scrap instead of 1 grenade for 8 scrap. That way, at least you can buy a chunk of them at once instead of having to sit there and wait and buy one at a time. But anyway, so you purchase something. Boom, there you go. It gets put into your inventory. There's my grenades right there. Another cool thing about this plugin is it memorizes the last window you were in. Check this out. Put me right back to that same window. That's really cool. I really like that. So like if I go to the components tab here and I want to buy some of these components or whatever, if I close this window, put me right back to where I was. That's a huge feature in my mind. Another cool thing, I'll have to show you in the next shop here. So anyway, that's like the Bandit Outpost. You see all your normal stuff, building, food, vehicle, all that good stuff, right? Just like the normal way. If you go to the Zed shop, same concept. You see at the top here, I've got 104 Zeds already deposited. Oh, I forgot to touch on one last thing over here. During the beta test, we did have a player that was like, I deposited a bunch of scrap so I could buy stuff, but I need some of it back out so I can research. And I was like, shit, I didn't think about that. So we made a way for you to get your currencies back out of your bank account balance if you need to. Originally, in the original design of things, you don't ever need to pull them back out. Your Zeds, like they're going to wipe at the end of the wipe anyway, so why would you have to pull them back out? But scrap, I can see you needing to pull that back out. So to pull it back out, we just made this called currency exchange. You literally are just buying scrap for the same amount of scrap. That's how you get it back out. So if I want to pull 10 scrap back out of my bank account balance, I can just buy 10 scrap, and as you can see, I can adjust the amount here to whatever. I really like the fact that this shop does the math and shows you what the total is going to be. So I hit purchase. So there, I just pulled 10 scrap out of my bank, basically. There it is right there, 10 scrap. So that's our answer to that. Props to whatever player that was during the beta test that discovered that. So now each one of the shops has a currency exchange tab where you can just put your shit like that. All right, going to the Zed shop. Same basic shit as town used to be. This old /s. Here's your normal currency exchange where you can exchange a bit or 100 bits for 1 Zed or 1 Zed for 1 Zed. I know that sounds repetitive, but remember what I just said. That's if you want to pull your Zeds back out of the bank. And here's all the normal tabs. Weapons, items, whatever. Oh, gotta fix the icon on that one. Again, if it doesn't have a cooldown, you can always adjust the amount. You can see right there, I do that. Another cool thing about this plugin, you can type in this one. Look at that. That's pretty cool. So that's how you do that. Same with the bit. You can trade it for Zeds, or you can just trade bit for bit to get your bits back out of the bank if you'd like. I know somebody just, you got to save your Q&A stuff for the Q&A, but I will answer that one. No, the scrap that's in this bank does not count towards anything else. And you can't buy, you don't buy large with a scrap or I guess maybe the large module does take scrap, doesn't it? No, nothing else counts the scrap inside your bank account balance. So that's a good example of what the person was reporting that day. They needed their scrap to do something else, you know, with another plugin or with another feature of the game. They had to pull it back out. That's why we made this little currency exchange here. So if you're like, shit, I need 500 scrap so I can buy a modular car. Well, just click this, type 5, and there, you get your 500 scrap out, and you can go buy your modular car. So that's why we did that exchange right there, so you can get your shit back out. Like I said, bits are the same thing. Obviously, there's not as many categories in bits. This is why I really want to eventually just combine our Zeds and bits into one currency instead of having two like this. Because, you know, there's not even that many things that are cheap enough to be bits. So in the future, I think we'll probably very soon, maybe even the next Force Wipe, I may just combine these into one. But for now, that's how it is. There's another cool feature here. You can check this little box, enough funds. You can see only things that you have enough funds for, which I'm a broke bitch. If I put some bits in there, now you see it showing me stuff because I have it checked to only show me the stuff I can afford. So that's another cool feature there too. No, currency does not carry from wipe to wipe. Hell no. I mean, RP does, but no, the other ones do not. Absolutely not. No, no, no. Okay, going to the next shop, RP. Same as it used to be. Another cool feature about this shop is it shows you the cooldowns and the limits, like right here. Like you can see, without even having to click stuff, what the limits are and what the cooldowns are. You know, same old categories as before. I even went through and custom handmade all these little all these little icons for the categories for you guys, like these little pictures on the side here. I've been working my ass off on this plugin. There you go. That's the RP. And yes, the commands do work. They're under special, but the commands definitely work. Like here, I'll buy myself a recycler. Oh, I gotta fix that description. Oh, that is right. Okay. If you ever see a description right here that just has like a placeholder text, make sure you let me know. This plugin is so complicated. Like I've been just killing myself setting it up. I know I missed some stuff. But there, you can see I got a recycler. And there it is in my inventory. All right, so that's the easy part is the shop. All right. And the last one is the enchanting shop. This is a work in progress. I hope you guys like this. I don't even think the admins have seen this yet. This is what I was literally working on this up till the meeting. Like I still have the config open in the background right now. That's how recently I was just working on this. Check this out. I'm working on the tokens actually having more value than just buying a random enchantment kit. I'm slowly but surely going to implement where you can buy specific enchantment kits. They'll be very limited with their white, you know, how many you can buy. They're going to be very expensive as far as tokens go. But that's what I'm working on. I'm working on adding more places for you to obtain tokens. As you heard earlier in the meeting, they are now they now drop with all the different luck skills, you know, mining luck, fishing luck, whatever. They also drop from zombie hordes. I will be adding them to raid bases also as a loot. And eventually I'm going to add tokens as a currency that you can actually sell stuff for tokens. Maybe, you know, I'm thinking maybe leaning towards components maybe. Springs and whatever. Maybe you can sell a shit ton of springs for some tokens or something and use those for enchantment. If you save up enough tokens, you'll be able to buy a specific enchantment. There you can see right there, I didn't even finish the fucking description on that one. I don't know if I'm going to add every enchantment kit to this list. My original plan was to do so, but you know, you never know. Maybe I'll add them very limited. You can only buy one for some of the better ones that I know you guys are itching for. I don't know yet. This is a work in progress. Like I said, I literally was working on this up until the meeting started. Before today, there was nothing on this list. So yeah, Prospector will be expensive as fuck. Anyway, but you know, it's better than nothing, right? If someone bitches about it, well, I could just not do it at all, I guess. So there's where that goes. Tokens, like I said, those are the currency for enchantment. You can see them right here at the bottom. You can deposit them. Just like another currency, you can see up there I've got 1,045 tokens. All right, now for the hard part, the markets. So here's the market. So this is what I was bitching about when I first started the speech on this plugin, was some of the players that were griping about things. It's like, well, then just don't use this feature. You know, stick to the shops. If you don't like the way the markets are, then don't use them. So here's how the markets work. These are kind of like auction houses. The only thing in the market, so if you're against this plugin, you're like, whatever, this is stupid. I just want the old S/S back again. Fine. Use the shops. The only thing you would need to know about the markets is this is where you sell stuff to the server. So you need to understand there's 3 different types of transactions. The main one I'm talking about right now is sell to server. Sell to server is what you guys are used to doing. When you type /s and you sell resources for RP or whatever, that's called selling to the server. You're not selling it to a player, you're just selling it to the physical, like the server itself. So that's the one that you old school people that don't want anything to do with the new stuff need to know about. So say you want to sell your resources the old way, the old way. I just want some RP for my resources. I don't want all this stupid new shit T's doing. Go right here to the market, open a market, and there's even a nice little filter here for you called sell server only. It will filter it down to the items that I have configured that you can sell for for RP or whatever. Boom, see right there, you click it. You see all the normal RP stuff that you could sell from the old days right there. The same thing happens with Zeds and Bits. If you go to sell server only, you can see right there. Same thing with Bits. Sell server only right there. Now some of you are probably like, wait a minute, those prices look different. They didn't look correct. It's because they're not. So here's the cool part. The prices are completely dynamic now. There is a min-max in the config that I set for these prices. I will go ahead and divulge the behind the scenes. All I did for every single price was I took the old price. I set that as my midpoint. And if the old price was 0.5 RP, per stone or some shit like that, whatever. If the old price was 0.5, I would go up, 0.2 and go down 0.2 for the min max. So the min would be 0.3, the max would be 0.7. So what does that mean? And that's not a real number, by the way. I was just pulling that out of my ass. What that means is for every time that someone bitches like, that's not fair, stones are fucking worth less than they used to be now. Well, they also can be worth twice as much as they used to be if the price goes that direction. You get what I'm saying? Like for every bad, there's a good. For every good, there's a bad. The prices I set can go higher than the old value, the same exact amount that they can go lower than the old value. What makes those values go? The supply and demand. If people are spamming the shit out of something, let's say, let's use an example. Let's say somebody found an exploit where they could sell cooked sulfur. Oh, we won't even call it an exploit. We'll call it a loophole. Say someone found a loophole. They can sell sulfur, like get tons of sulfur and sell it. Well, as they do that, the more and more they keep doing it and keep doing it, the price of sulfur is going to keep going down and down and down. But then somebody else, they're a berry farmer, and they're like, man, everybody's just selling sulfur to get RP. Like, all I got is these green berries. And nobody's selling berries. Well, guess what? The price of the berries is going through the fucking roof now. The price of berries may be double what the old school /S price was because nobody's selling them anymore. Or nobody's been selling them. Everybody's on the big sulfur kick or whatever the hell whatever the new loophole is everybody finds this month. That's the way this works. It's a dynamic supply and demand system. Every 15 minutes, the server checks what's been being sold and what's been not being sold and stuff like that. And it even has, not only does it have min-max prices, but it has min-max adjustment amounts too. Like the price is never just going to go through the roof or just, it's never going to just fall through the floor either. Even if, the whole server sold 1 billion stone at once, that next adjustment of price can only go so far. It's not going to just plummet all the way to the ground. But the prices will change. There'll be times you log in and you're like, this is some fucking horse shit. Right now, stones are worth nothing. I can't sell all these stones I've been fucking whoring up all day. But at the same time, maybe broaden your horizons. Start selling stuff that people aren't really selling that much of. That's the way this works. It's all based on supply and demand. And before anybody asks, there's even what is it called, like a coefficient or something, and some big math term, where it actually scales with server population. So in other words, Utopia's threshold, like, oh, well, they're selling too much stone now, we got to start dropping the price. That threshold is different than Outbreak's threshold because it actually takes into account, huh?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, it actually takes into account the player population. So, you know, someone selling a couple million stone on Outbreak may lower the price of stone a little bit, whereas, you know, it could take less on Utopia because there's less people on, or vice versa though. I'm helping the no-lifers market camp. I don't know what that means. Anyway, so the good news is there's also a slight bit of randomness built into the price fluctuations so that people cannot try to game it. Obviously, people will, but the funny thing is, the only thing you can really do gaming this is just fucking ruin the price by selling too much of the shit. So the other cool thing too is it has price history. Look right there. You can switch the timestamp. Right now, I'm just looking at 12 hours. Now, remember, this is on test 1, so all kinds of funky shit's been happening here. So I wouldn't like, you know, I take these price histories with a grain of salt. We've been really testing a lot of shit. You can switch the timestamps. Now it's on a day. Now it's on 3 days. Now it's on 7 days. 14 days. 28 days. Not every rank has access to all those different price histories. Those actually are a perk with VIP, veteran, top voter, champion, stuff like that. Obviously, the higher rank you got, the more price history you got. So yeah, the higher rank you go, the more price fluctuations you can go. Let me find something I can sell. You guys can bring up all your points to me during the Q&A, because I keep getting distracted looking at chat. So here I'll sell some metal frag. Nice and easy. Drag them over there. It shows you what it's going to be. The amount is 168. Not enough to get anything because, you know, metal frags are pretty cheap. There you go. So 2RP, whatever. Hit sell. The cool thing about this plugin also is we got it set up to where it doesn't throw away your excess. I don't know if you guys ever noticed this about the old /s, but it doesn't round the numbers. So if you sell, you know, if I would have just sold that stack, it would have took the whole damn stack from me and still just gave me 2RP. It just doesn't round. This new one, it does the math. We actually set it up this way too. It wasn't originally like this, but it does the math and leaves your remnants behind for you, so you don't get ripped off. Like it doesn't, you know, you're not losing that little chunk. So that's pretty cool. Another cool thing about selling to the server or anything is when you want to sell stuff for resources or not resources, when you sell stuff for RP or Zeds or bits, you can actually you can even bind these to a key, but you can have a quick command. So the default one is /sell, and that's always going to be RP. You can do Z sell for Zeds. You can do B sell for bits, and watch. It's just going to skip all the bullshit and go straight to the window. Watch this. That's literally the sell for RP window instantly. So you can actually bind that to a key. You could be out farming shit, and you could just hit that hotkey, and boom, there's the window to sell your resources. The other cool thing about this, and I really love this feature, is that it's not just one type. So remember in the old /s, if you want to sell, you know, metal ore, that's what you got to be selling right now. Well, in this plugin, so I got to actually get some shit so it's worth something. In this plugin, it's all stuff. You can sell everything that's configured to be sold.
No good.
What's good?
That feature.
Oh, this feature is amazing. So check this out. How fucking cool is that? Adds it all up for you, tells you the total. There you go. And again, like I said earlier, it doesn't rip you off when it rounds the numbers. It lets you keep your excess so that you don't lose anything. Boom, sold all that. Take the excess back out again. Check it out. So that's really cool. That's a badass feature. At this time, no, you do not have to be standing in town for it. That is actually planned, but right now, not for the sell part, just for the buying part, like the shops. So you'd be able to sell these resources anywhere, all the time. I actually don't plan on changing that. I do really like that feature where you can just drag everything over there and sell it all at once. Obviously, you know, it's just for the RP or just for the Zeds, whatever market you happen to open at the time. Like I said, you can open up the other markets. Like if I do B sell, it's the bit market. And all these commands will be in the tutorial, like, or in the webpage for this. But there's like the B market. That's for bit. You see, I really don't have enough there to get any bits because I already sold it all for RP, but you get what I'm saying. So that's that. So everything I've showed you so far is the normal /S stuff. That's the part I said that this is the divider line now in my speech. Everything before now was, hey, we just want to use the old /S stuff. Well, there you go. It's all there. Now you can use it. So, yeah, you people in chat are exactly right. You know, the whole purpose of the fluctuating prices and the supply and demand is to get people to quit all doing the same, you know, what do they call it? The, not the niche, but the, what do gamers call that shit? The meta. Quit doing the current fucking meta. Oh, everybody's got to sell sulfur. Yeah. Branch off, you know, explore new horizons. Start farming something else. Who knows? You might find a diamond in the rough. You find something that nobody else is doing, then the price will be through the fucking roof. So the next part, on the other side of the divider line, is the auction house type stuff. That's what I'm going to show you now, and then that's the last thing I got to show you. So this is really cool. And this is actually the whole reason I'm doing this tutorial, because you guys got to use this. I was watching Utopia and Terminus, and a lot of people were not using this. And what's funny is they were using chat to do exactly what this does. I would sit there and watch them, and they're beta testing this plugin, and I get people constantly spamming chat like, hey, looking to buy, you know, key cards, or looking to buy cooked sulfur, looking to buy this. And I'm like, dude, you've got an auction house now. And or vice versa. There'll be people selling stuff. Hey, I'm selling blah, blah, blah. Anybody want to buy this? It's like, dude, you got an auction house now. What are you doing? So, sorry, I was reading chat again. So back in the /S. Market, this is where the auction house type things are. They're called markets. So let's say, let's go with the sulfur example, because everybody's so up in arms about selling cooked sulfur. So let's say it is towards the end of the wipe. And you're like, man, T's such an asshole. I rated all these bases, I got all this cooked sulfur, and I can't sell it for RP now. Well, guess what? Oh, wait, let me make sure I have cooked sulfur first. I do not. See? Like a big brain play right there. Look, it put me right back to where I was in the window, too. All right, so I'm in the RP market, just to re-show you where I went. Right here, the RP market. So all you do when you pick a market is you're picking the currency you want. So if I'm selling cooked sulfur, and I'm like, you know what? I want RP for my cooked sulfur. Open the RP market. So here you go. Go into here. First of all, just go down here. So what I would also advise is that you can favorite things. So I'm a heavy rater, right? I know I'm going to be trying to sell sulfur all the fucking time. I'm going to favorite this by clicking that little star. So let me go back to the main page now. Now, when I go to a market, into the RP market, I don't have to go searching for sulfur anymore. I can click favorites, and there it is right there. It'll always be there now. And I don't wipe favorites on force wipe or anything like that, so they should stick. Oh, there's an ad break. Sorry. Well, either way, for those who just can hear me, every single item in every single market has a little star next to it. You can click to favorite it, and they'll show up in your favorites, right? All right, so I'm the big rater. I got a bunch of cooked sulfur. T's a dick because he patched the loophole. I can't sell my sulfur now, so let me sell it this way. He's got this dumb new plugin. He's making us try, so here we go. You click sulfur, right? Right here you can see there's nothing. Nobody's got any sulfur for sale. So at the very top here, notice there's two things. Sell offer, buy offer. They should be pretty self-explanatory, but there are a difference, and I'm going to explain it. Sell offer means I'm trying to sell my sulfur. Buy offer means I'd like to buy somebody's sulfur. So I have some sulfur in my backpack right now. I'm going to sell it. I create sell offer. Take all the sulfur over there. Now pay attention to this part. This is really key. Price per one. Price per one. Anybody in the chat got a, like, what would a sulfur go for? Like, what would a stack of 18,000 sulfur go for right now? I'm moving back to Discord here so I can see what they say. What does 18,000 sulfur go for? Anybody? I don't play, so I haven't played this game in 4 years. Free art. Come on, everybody's typing. Typing. Come on, it's typing. They sell 100K for 20K RP. So 20K sulfur would be like...
Call it 4.
Huh? 4K?
Call it 4K.
Okay, so we'll say 4K RP, right? So that's around, what is that, like, I'll just have to do the math. That's about 4.5 RP per sulfur. So you got to make sure you remember that. It's per one. It's not for the stack. It's per one. Also, if you guys have hotkeys, you probably just heard me unvanish. You're in Rust, when you type things, your hotkeys still activate. So that's why. 4 is my vanish hotkey. Anyway, so I put 4.5 per 1, right? Now it does the math for me. Total RP would be 81,000. Wait, why does that sound like too much?
4K for the stack of 18K.
Oh, I did the math wrong.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Did the math way wrong. All right, so 4K for the stack divided by 18,000 would be 0.22. There we go. I was like, damn, that's a lot. So there, I'm setting my sulfur for there. See, now it's about 4K. So I'm setting my sulfur for 0.22 per sulfur. You notice there's a listing tax. That's just on the RP store, not on the other stores, just on the RP one. Anyway, so hit that. Now there's a list up there for the sulfur. Any player, I can't stream it. I wish, can one of you admins get on here and make a listing so I can show them how to buy stuff? If I click my own listing, it's gonna let me cancel the listing. It won't let me, you can't buy your own listing. If any admin can get on test 1 and just make a listing of something for me. Going back to that, now a buy offer. Let's say I'm like, I need an M249. So I go over here. I'm sure everybody's going to favorite an M249. So I'll go ahead and find it. And I'll go ahead and favorite. I highly suggest you use the favorite. That way you don't have to scroll through these stupid shits every time. N49, somebody spit out a number. What do people pay for a 249 in RP?
1K usually.
1K, that's it? God damn. 5K there. I like damps better. 5K, cheap ass fucking M249. Alright. So they got 20K and 10K in the chat here. We'll go with then we'll go with 7,500 since it's kind of in the middle. So right now I'm this isn't an item, remember, this is just M249 is in my favorite. So I click M249. Here's the thing you gotta remember. Anytime you want to deal with an item, just go find the item, whether it's in your favorites or whether you go down here to the categories, just go find the item and click it. See, once I've clicked it, I can do stuff with it. I can sell offer 249s or I can buy offer 249s. I don't have any to sell, so I'm going to go to the buy offer. And the buy offer means, hey server, I'm looking for a 249. If anybody's got one, they'll sell me. I create a buy offer. Obviously, I don't have to drag the item over there because it's just a buy offer. And I put the price. I'm looking to buy an M249 for 7,500 RP. I hit submit. There you go. If I go back into this market, I can actually filter this by buy or sell offers only. That's another good feature, by the way. If you hit buy offers only, now, you know, if this was a full server, people offering stuff they want to buy, this would be populated with all kinds of stuff. Hopefully an admin's logging in to put some of these in so I can show you. If you hit it again, it goes to S for sell offers only. You can see right there, sell off. Or you just put it back to normal. In the normal list, or even in your favorites, you can see there's that your current ones right now that are listed. You can click my listings, see the same thing. Obviously, my favorites has both of them too. So that's how those work. Everybody, I'm going to switch back to my Discord so I can see your answers. But everybody kind of get the concept of a sell offer versus a buy offer. We had some confusion on that with the beta test and some of the admins. Buy offer means I want to buy this from somebody. Sell offer means I am selling this item. Cool. Awesome. All right. So that's how those work. Again, you can check this little server sell only and see all the stuff that's for sale to the server. Oh, well, that's another, yeah. So what happens, someone asked, what happens if you're full inventory and somebody sells at that time? Perfect question. Perfect question. You should have saved it for the Q&A, but perfect question. I'm going to show you if somebody would log in and make one. Has anybody made one yet?
I was on my way and my game crashed.
Oh my God, he's noob admin. While it's happening, I'll show you how you can cancel, these things. So, like if I want to cancel the buy offer here, I don't want to buy an M249 anymore. I just found one in a heli crate. Just click it. Go to the buy offer here. See right there, you can see there's my buy offer. So go find your buy offer right there. Click it. And you see you've canceled your listing. You can refund it by clicking it again, or you can add it again by clicking list again. So if I did it by mistake, I can hit list again, and it's back on the market. If I do want to cancel, I just click it one more time, Boom. You've canceled your buy request. The RP is back in my balance because it did take the RP for my buy request. That way, you know, you can't rip somebody off by spending your RP before they sell you one. If I go to the sell request and cancel it. Oh, right. With sell request, you have to be within your TC range to refund your items. The reason you're probably like, what the hell? That's kind of weird. It's just so people don't exploit and use it as like a storage system. You get what I'm saying? So let me put a TC down. Sorry, I know this is long and drawn out, but you guys really got to know all this stuff because there was definitely a lot of player confusion not knowing that some of the stuff they could do with this plugin. All right, so now I got a TC down. Go back to that market. Where was I? This one. There. You've returned your 18,000 sulfur. You see it said it should be available in redeem market. That's the answer to your question. What happens if your inventory is full and somebody sells you an M249? That's why I just went and canceled my listing so I can show you that feature. Notice I don't have my sulfur. It's in an escrow, basically, because it doesn't know if I have full inventory or not. It doesn't even know if I want it in my inventory just yet. So it holds it in that little escrow thing until you type that command. The cool thing is if you forget, it actually notifies you periodically. I think I have it set to like 10 minutes or something. So like every 10 minutes, it'll pop up that little thing up there on your screen and say, hey, don't forget you got some items, you know, that you haven't reclaimed yet from your market. So that's cool. That way you don't forget that you have shit sitting there. But if I type that command, and you can always hotkey this command too, by the way. If anybody ever needs help learning how to hotkey chat commands, just let us know. It's really easy. And there it is. There's my sulfur. I don't know why it says default open message. I need to fix that. Anyway, that's how you put that in. Anybody managed to get in here yet, make a listing? You still crashing?
I'm loading in.
Okay.
Eventually. I'm trying to kick the hamster.
Another cool thing is it does retain the enchantment buffs if you sell enchantments. We're still heavily working on the enchantment side of this marketplace. So, you know, take everything with a grain of salt. Be careful. I wouldn't try anything too crazy while we're working on. Let me give myself some enchantment. Hold on, I gotta get my Steam ID. Alright, give myself some enchantments there. Go to the enchantments market. Oh, I was already there, like a dumbass. So, you can sell enchantment kits for tokens, as you see. Normally, an enchantment kit for a token should be 0.2, right? Because it takes 5 of them to get a random enchantment kit. Obviously, the price is down right now a little bit. So, if a lot of people, you can see right there, it did drop. It used to be, look, it used to be almost 0.3. So, it would only took barely 3 enchantment kits to get a new one. You know, like, you know, on the real server right now it's 5, right? So, at one point, it would have only taken about 3. Right now, it takes a little more than 5 because the price has dropped because we've been playing with this plugin and working on shit. But back to what I was doing, I'm gonna make a sell off for my enchantment kit. I'm gonna go ahead and do the fishing luck. I'm gonna sell it for 5 tokens. There you go. And if you look right now, there's a player selling for 5 tokens. If you click, you can see enchantment kit, fishing luck from T-Bird for 5 tokens. So it even keeps the enchantment. That was a huge thing. Like, we were very scared that that would not work, but it does. So there you go. Let me think. I'm not really sure how you would be able to. I don't know that you can do a buy offer. I mean, you can do it for an enchantment kit, but I don't think you can do it for. Yeah, it's just going to be for an enchantment kit. So it could be any enchantment kit. That's the problem. So that's the only negative side of it. You can't really put a buy offer for a specific enchantment kit in there. I'm working on that with the developer. It's really difficult because you got to remember these enchantment kits are nothing but a piece of skinned research paper. That's why it says right here, use this at the research bench, because it's really just a piece of research paper that we skinned to look like a purple toaster. I'm working on this with the developer to somehow be able to pull the hidden attributes of this item so that it can actually retain them in a buy offer. That's really difficult to do. So just bear with me for right now. That's just not, I mean, you know, you can buy one, but you can't buy a specific enchantment yet. Although, if I keep doing the token thing I'm doing, it'll work that way too. But right now you can look, there's a buy offer in here for an enchanting kit, and it's just none. It's just any enchanting kit. So, I mean, you know, be careful with that. Some player could just be like, well, I don't want this piece of shit angler one. I'll just sell that to him. So just
what did you need to?
Oh, I just wanted you to put in like a sell offer and a buy offer on something so I can show people what it looks like from the other end. Like when they actually buy something or sell something.
What do you want to buy?
I don't care. Just put whatever. Just let me know what it is so I can go find it. Put it in the RP market though, just because I have a ton of RP in my account here. Sell them academics. You guys don't like the academic enchantment? Oh my god, I just tabbed over to Discord. They called me the Sham Wow guy. What the fuck? Anything listed?
Wow.
What?
I was gonna say calling you Sham Wow guy. That's almost bannable.
What the fuck? I really love the fact that this plugin has these filters at the top. Pookie Bear prices, man, 150. Get down. They were at 217 at one point.
As long as you don't say T, you're gonna love my nuts, you're good.
T's nuts. Oh, there is a bug right now that if you try to list something in the market that is blacklisted, like I have in the configuration, there's some things that are blacklisted that you're not allowed to list. If you try to do that right now, it will still take the item from you. Your listing just won't show up, which is not supposed to show up anyway, which is right. But it's not supposed to take, it should just tell you no, you can't, instead of actually taking your item and listing it. I will tell you straight up, spoiled human meat, like for the meat quest, is one of the blacklisted items. So don't try to list that for sale. The developer is aware, and he is literally messaged me about 2 hours ago that he's working on a fix for it. But for now, just let you know, don't list spoiled human meat. It is on the blacklist, and you will just lose the item. But wait, there's more. Did you make a listing yet?
Working on how to get myself a couple things.
Did you crash?
Not yet. Shut your face. Market, you said RP?
Yeah, let's do the RP market. Oh, another cool thing. Oh, I'm waiting for him to do that. So if you do want to list items for sale, like say I want to list this LR300 real quick. Remember I told you guys there was the /sell if you want to sell stuff to the server, and then there was like /Z sell if you want to sell stuff for Zeds, and B sell if you want to sell stuff for bits. Same thing with listing items. You can do /list, and that defaults to the RP market. I can make an item listing just like that, without even having to fucking go through the whole navigating through all the windows and finding the item I want to list. I can just do just like this. So price per one rocket. There we go. Boom. I just listed those rockets in the RP market for sale. That's really cool too. You can do it for Zeds, bits, and RP. So like if I do Z list, that brings me to the listing item screen for Zeds. Oh, as I throw it on the ground. I can put the rocket launcher in there for 5 Zeds. There you go. You see if I go to those markets. Oh, did I go to the market? I did. There we go. Now I'm in the market. If I go to sell offers only, you can see right there. There's my rocket launcher from T-Bird. That's kind of a cool feature because you don't have to go navigating. Because, you know, if you want to list something for sale, you got to go in here. You got to find the item. Oh, let me turn off the filter. You got to go find the item. Be like, okay, where the hell I'm going to sell this metal face piece, but I don't know where it's at in this list. You ain't got to do all that. You can just type /list and it goes straight to the listing screen. The buy offer had a condition requirement. Oh yeah, when you put a buy offer up, it's at 100%. When you're trying to buy something, it's at 100%. Yeah. There's my rocket. As soon as he gets one up, I'll show you what it looks like when you're actually buying or selling something from the other end instead of being the person listing it. I don't know. Can someone sell a beat-ass gun? Let me find out. The problem is I don't have a beat-ass gun because I'm an admin, so I've got no durability. I can turn that off real quick.
Alright, put them 2 up for 1 KRP.
Alright. Alright, so I just listed that gun. We go to the RP market. I can just go to my listings, by the way, if you ever want to just see your listing. So there you go. Yeah, condition 62.5%. So you can see that I'm selling a gun that's pretty fucked up.
Put a buy offer up for rocket launcher.
Yeah, I'm just going to go to all items and I'm going to search. So this is what you guys typically would do. So like right now, maybe you're like, hey, I wonder if anybody's trying to buy something. You can go to all items if you want and click buy, the little filter here. Set it to B. You can see right there, oh look, somebody wants to buy a rocket launcher. I gotta make sure I have one first. So obviously you need to make sure you got the item if you're trying to sell it to somebody.
Hey T, it just went to ads as you were trying to explain that.
That's fine. Let me know when it's done. I'll wait. All you missed was me giving myself a rocket launcher because I can't really sell it to Trigger if I don't have one.
Admin abuse.
Yeah. Hacks. Let me know when the break's done and I'll show you. You good yet?
Mine's still playing.
The fuck? Was it a Viagra ad? Jesus. All right.
Nope, there we go.
If your
Click
ad
buy now.
If your ad lasts more than 4 hours. Yes, I think so, Netra. Well, me and Trigger will try that here in just a second. Trigger, put a buy offer up for an LR 300 for me, please, for RP. All right, so here's his buy offer for the rocket launcher. What that means is, like I said, player buy offer. That means this player is looking for a rocket launcher. I can click it and say, hey, I've got a rocket launcher. Notice when I open the window, all I did was click the item, right? When I open it, it always defaults to sell offers. Don't let that confuse you and be like, wait a minute, where the fuck is it? It's over here under the buy offer tab. So go to buy offers right there. I can see Triggers looking for a rocket launcher. I can click it. Right here at the bottom, it does all the math for me. Do you want to sell this? Yes, I do. Boom. I just sold a rocket launcher to Trigger for 1 KRP. And on Trigger's end, which I'll show you in a minute.
T-Bird sold 1 rocket for 1 KRP.
You put something, do me a favor. Oh, you put an LR up? Okay, cool. Let me blow an LR a little bit. Giggity. We're so fucking immature.
Everybody knows it.
Yep.
We play games for a living. Come on.
Right?
Well, maybe not for a living, but for fun.
All right, so he's asking for, here's his buy offer. Trigger's asking for 100% condition LR. You know what? I have not tested this, so we'll see what happens. Let me sell this guy my broke ass LR now. Where'd that
shit?
Where's that jerk? All right, here we are. So he wants 100% LR, and mine's not 100%. Oh, it sold it to him. Sweet. Take my busted ass LR. Did you get it? Is it busted still? Gazoo, why are you saying it won't let you? It didn't work on Terminus? Maybe I didn't bust it enough? Yeah, we'll have to look at that because Gazoo, he's been...
See, damn it.
Gazoo's been one of the people beta testing this month, so he's saying it does not let you sell it, but it just did. All right, either way, I'll talk to the dev about it. We still got a couple days here. I tried to sell a 50% launcher and it failed unless I use a max. Let me damage it more. Can you put up another buy offer for an LR?
I was just gonna see if this one went through, but I gotta put down CC real quick.
Yeah. Throw up another buy offer when you get a chance, and I'll abuse the hell out of this one and see. I also want, at some point, I want you to buy one of my items that I have listed at one point so players can see what it looks like on your end when somebody buys your shit.
Yeah, that LR came through. It's 100% health.
Okay, so it put it back to 100%.
Yeah.
Well, we definitely need to fix that because it could be exploited for repairing weapons. All right, so
Want me to put an LR back up? Or a buy offer?
yeah, put a buy offer for an LR. Let me ask you this, Gazoo. When you did it, was there any red on your repair health bar? So there's no red. It was just green like mine is right now? Alright, let me try it real quick.
Okay.
Alright, there's trigger, one on LR. Yeah, still let me sell it to you. Alright, well I'll let the dev know. He can get that fixed, no big deal. That'd be an easy one for him.
They could take the percentage off the price and then whatever the gun is.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it did have some red. See, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it had some red. Let me see. Where is a repair bench? I need you to put one more buy offer for an LR for me, please.
Yep.
Repair bench. Where the fuck are repair benches? Am I this? Yeah. It's been that long since I played Rust, huh? I know some of you are bored and like, come on, just get us our prizes. But this was a really short meeting, so you'd be alright. Yep, you're right. Well, I'm gonna get the dev to fix that anyway, so.
Run some X-Blow through it, that'll damage it.
I can't get a partial use keycard on this map. There's no keycard monument yet, I don't think. Well, I guess there is launch set over there. Alright, let me repair this a little bit. What do I need to repair these? Not cool. Alright, now that it's got some red on it, let's see. I bet it won't work now. Yep. You don't have a valid item. So, yeah, you can't have any red on it. So that's fine and dandy. I'm still gonna get the developer to look into that though. Where at least it doesn't reset it back to 100%. That's the main key, is that it doesn't reset it. It needs to memorize what the condition was. Yeah, completely broken. There's no way it's gonna let you do that. I'll try it real quick though.
That's actually good. Or almost broken at will, so that's weird. That's gonna be fixed.
Yeah, I'll get him to fix that. No big deal. Yeah, it was in my inventory. I just pooped a Chinook.
Yep, there it is.
Oh, wait a minute. It is in my inventory. That's why it wouldn't let me sell it. Okay, let me try now. Sorry. I'm a dumbass. Yeah, let me sell that one too with a red.
Yeah, you did.
Yep, alright, so he needs to fix that. We'll get that fixed. Big deal. If you see players exploiting that, if you do that, if somebody does that to you, like sells you one that's broken or fucked up, just get a video clip or get a screenshot of it or whatever, showing us the transaction, and we will ban that player for fucking abusing you. So there you go. Easier said or easier done than said, but I'll get the developer working on that. But just report it for now. That's considered a fucking violation of a couple different rules there. Griefing people, fucking up people's enjoyment of the game. No, it gave him a full health one.
Yeah, it did.
So, and if we see players using that to try to repair things for free, then we'll just ban them until he gets this fixed. Hopefully he'll have it fixed before Force Wipe anyway, because I'm going to tell him as soon as the meeting's over. Yeah, exactly. All right, so what is? Oh, I wanted you to buy something for me so that they can see on my end what it looks like.
Okay.
I think I put my listing is what I got. Yeah, I got an assault rifle and some high velocity rockets.
I do see an LR you have for sale, 62.5% condition.
Yeah, I
Wonder
did
if
that on purpose.
Heals it.
I don't know. Buy it. So you can see he bought my LR. And it just gives me my RP.
It did not heal it.
Okay, perfect. So I'll make sure I let the dev know about the other transaction thing though. And actually, Netra, I like your idea of not being able to sell to teammates. Ammo and attachments, I think they stay on the gun, don't they? Like one of my guns I sold you should have ammo and attachments on it.
They all came with 4 ammo.
Okay, so reset it back down. Which I'm fine with that. If you're trying to exploit to get 4 ammo at a time, like by putting empty guns in the market, like whatever, like you can fucking have the 4 ammo if it's that important to you. I'm not worried about that. Did it strip the attachments?
It did. There's no attachments on any of them.
Okay, I'll let the developer know about that too. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna type these notes so I remember what to tell him. All right, got those typed down to tell him. Hey, someone purchased my rocket. Cool. All right, so I think that's all as far as showing it goes. I mean, the main thing here, like I said in the beginning of this, is just when you guys are looking to buy or sell stuff, use the markets. That's all you gotta do. Use the markets. You're looking for things, you want to sell things, use the markets. No, I don't think it's the same gun. I think that's the problem. You know, most of these plugins, most plugins when they do stuff, they delete one thing and give you another. That's why, you know, sometimes you'll lose enchantments or something. Like when we did races the other night, we found out they were destroying people's enchanted gear because what it really does is it stores your gear away somewhere and then it just respawns it in for you. So, it should not strip the skin. That's a good question. Let me sell one of my skin things here. All right, what do I want to sell? A skinned chest piece.
Oh,
no.
I'm gonna have to give myself some RP.
That's fine.
Here.
That's all good. Oh, there it was. See, that's why you should favorite stuff, so you don't have to go back through these stupid lists. There it is. All right, I'm gonna list my skinned chest piece here. All right, and buy that chest piece and make sure it kept the skin.
Yeah, my give RP command didn't work.
Yeah, where were all you beta testers during the beta test? It'd have been nice to ask this guy these questions weeks ago.
What'd you put in?
Metal chest plate.
It's not showing with the skin before
Yeah, but
I purchase
when you
it. Oh,
when you
there
click
is.
it,
Okay.
no, when you click it, it will.
Yeah, I see it now.
And actually, that thing I already reported to him also. That in the list it should show the actual skin.
And you can see I'm wearing it.
Yep, there it is. So, yep, he got my skinned chest plate.
I'm keeping it. You can't have it back.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to see something.
Don't you do it.
All right, cool. So, I think that's it. I think we're moving on to the Q&A. Well, I got to pass it to the admins real quick first. That's the last thing on my notes. Last thing I had to show you guys. I think, yeah, that was it. Any admins have anything they want to bring up?
I'm good,
Are-
man. I
Are
already
the admins
welcomed
all
our new
asleep?
staff.
Everybody
Not
fall
yet.
asleep? Any, I'm switching this back to Discord. Any staff? Anything they'd like to bring up? Anybody? Anything? All right. Easy enough. Let's move on to the Q&A. Who is going to be our hand raiser person?
If Noah doesn't want to, I can.
I got it.
Okay.
Cool. Yep.
The way this works, at the bottom of your screen, there should be like a raise hand or request to speak button or some shit like that. Press that. When we call on you, you can either you'll come into voice, but you can either say it or you can type it in the thing if you want. Please keep the memes in the chatter down a little bit just during this part so that if people want to type their question, that we can see it. If it's not your turn, don't bother typing your question. We're not going to be paying attention. We're going to be trying to answer the person that's in there. Let's keep it fast. Go ahead.
We don't have any requests yet.
All right. Good chance for me to
Good talk.
Meeting over. Thanks for coming.
good chance for
All
me to take a
right.
bite of my dinner.
First up, we have Catch 22.
Hello,
What up?
can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Just curious, is there any chance of getting the auto collection mod for the barrels on this server? Feel like it would fit well here.
It's already a skill.
Oh, it's in the skill tree?
Yep.
I see. That's all I was curious about. I
There's an
haven't played it in a
auto.
while,
There's an
so-
auto grab the stuff, and there's an auto recycle stuff. With the catch that the auto recycle stuff excludes important things like CCTV, targeting computers, stuff that you wouldn't want to recycle. So yeah.
Is that manual setup or is that just automatic? with
No,
the
it's
auto
automatic.
recycle?
Yeah, it's automatic.
I see. Cool.
But you can also shut that feature off. So if you're running roads and you don't want it on, you can shut it off.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Perfect.
That it? That was an easy one.
This wipe is Thursday, correct?
Yeah, all servers have to wipe Thursday. Tis a
Okay.
force
Will
wipe.
this will wipe BPs?
Yes, it's a total
Uh,
force wipe.
if you check the wipe info channel, I believe, or the website, there is a table of content that will list what wipes and what doesn't per wipe.
Yeah, I'll post a link in the meeting chat here.
Very good. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And there's the wipe info.
All right. Up next, we have Enrique.
All right, T. You are gonna hate me for this.
Hey, go easy on me, you fucker. I used you as a good example earlier.
So I want to add suggestions back, and I
already hate
think, and the big thing about it is that we only really have the end of the month and like general to sort of like suggest stuff, and like even if we added like a more like system or something where like certain amount of people have to like upvote it to like it to be actually accepted, or no, for it to be whatchamacallit, what was I gonna say, or like a certain amount of like OG people to be able to like actually accept it. And hold on, Wookie's yelling at people. Okay, 1 second. All right. And something like that, so where we could just like have like, I guess, OG people be able to like understand and be able to whatchamacallit, like just like OG people who can like actually accept, who've had suggestions accepted, to be actually be able to like get the suggestions through that are actually like good, you know.
My initial response was no, but I'll meet you in the middle. I'll make a forum in our Discord where people can start a thread with a suggestion, and then people can discuss it in that thread.
That sounds great. That's
I'll meet you in the
amazing.
middle. You know why I got rid of suggestions?
We
must
need
have
a
tried
plugin that changes cargoes to panda
Yeah,
bears.
must have tried 3 times now, and I even made giant flashing red things like, "Hey, only blah 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 type suggestions, no plugins, blah blah blah." And what do they do?
Yeah,
Exact
I
opposite.
totally understand you.
Yeah.
It's half of it's just BS. That's like, come on, really. Anyway, second thing is I was wondering if we could loosen up the rules on custom bases just a tiny bit. I think it was not this wipe, but last wipe I had a custom base and I just had like one outer TC, so my furnaces wouldn't decay. If we could like add that to the rules in some sense, that'd be really cool.
You can already have you can have as many
No, T. Let me back up a step for a second because there's a scenario here. Enrique, the difference is that particular custom build location, you could put the furnaces inside the base. You made a choice to build the whole end to end of the foundations. So there's a time and place for that sort of thing. And there are custom build locations that will be within the TC range that you could still put furnaces outside. In your case, because you chose a larger custom build, you should have put your furnaces inside.
But on the converse of that, as long as you have a 1x1 with nothing more than a TC on it and a sleeping bag, if you'd like one, you don't have to have a sleeping bag. You can put a TC down. You just can't build anything. Like you gotta understand, if you have a 1x1 with a TC and it's out there by a furnace or something, I agree with Wookie. You should have put it inside. But if you did that, if you put one triangle floor on that 1x1, it's now going to get nuked because it's outside the rule. Has to be just nothing more than a TC and a sleeping bag at most.
I
And
tried.
you can have multiple of those, by the way. You can put one in the mountain because you want to teleport there. You can put one, down by the beach, whatever. But
yeah, I get that part. But I think I tried inside the base, but it didn't work. Whatever. I used electric furnaces. Next thing was a tugboat rule. So if we could implement some sort of tugboat rule for like one per clan / team, because I'm a solo. And it really sucks, like, to get one, because I camped harbor for about 2 hours straight and had it stolen before me each time. So it's kind of like, if we could implement a rule for like one per team / clan or something. Wookie said it'd be hard to enforce, but
that was exactly where I was going. Is how do we? We're definitely going to be doing some kind of limits with tugs because tugs are getting just fucking unreal. The problem is A, how to police it. I mean, we're still even worse now. The shortest staffed we've ever been, like, period. I mean, yeah, cool, we got 2 new staff. Well, we also had, other people retire. So like you could not get any more short staffed than we are right now. So trying to police stuff like that is like, who's going to fly around and police it? So that's the problem. But yeah, there's definitely going to be some limits on the tugboats. Hopefully, I'm hoping the tugboats go the way of every other stupid ass thing that Face Punch puts in this game that's not necessary, where it's so popular for the first like month and then it's gone. Like when scrap copters came out, that everybody had to have a scrap copter. I found bases with like 9 scrap copters on the roof, and like now, who even touches a scrap copter anymore? So we'll see.
Well, my next question is about that actually. So for the new plugin for the speed of the helicopter, does the fuel like consistency stay the same? I think it's like it does.
Yeah, it doesn't touch your fuel. It just literally just gives you more thrust.
All right, sick. Next thing is
Enrique, I gotta cut you off, man. It's like 4 questions. We got a bunch of people waiting.
Okay, sounds good.
One last quick one. Go ahead.
Go quick.
Build server / test skill server. So I was wondering if we ever bring the build server back, if we could like add like tests or skills into it as well, so we could test them outside of the actual servers.
My new thought for the build server is going to be into 4 quadrants. One's going to be for build server shit, building.
Yeah.
One's going to be races, minicopter car races, shit like that. One's going to be gun game and all those old games we used to play. And the other one, I forgot what the hell I had on that one. Oh, I think the other one's going to have like different like custom build spots and stuff like that where you can test different builds. And it's also going to have unlimited skill points, unlimited RP, unlimited enchantments, unlimited everything, so you can test different character builds and stuff like that too. So.
All right, cool. Thanks so much.
Yep.
One last touch before he leaves is the custom build spots. Don't forget, you're not allowed to have a tugboat if you have a custom build spot.
Yep, don't forget. Cool, next. Sorry guys, meeting's over. Enrique used all the questions.
All right, up next we have Supreme.
Hello.
Hello.
I know quite a contentious topic on Utopia, the last map. I know at some point you weren't allowed to build in rivers, blocking them. Can we please bring that back?
So, sorry, taking a bite of my freezing cold dinner while I'm answering you. So the rivers, there's a yes and no to this. The no river building was actually a plugin. I uninstalled it because I'm trying to free up space for other stuff that we're doing, like all these enchantments and shit. When we put enchanting in, we had to remove a bunch of plugins. I don't want to put it back So what I started doing was making those river plots. You remember like a month or so ago, I had like little river plots, and those were the only places you could build on the river.
Yes.
I had a vacation for a week. I had a birthday. I had a bunch of work. I had my kid getting ready for school, and all this kind of shit going on. I just have not had time to build river plots on the rivers. If I continue to not have time to do that, I may just put the no river building plugin back. I'd rather just have time to put the river build plots on there. So that's the fact that people were able to block the rivers is just because I did not have time to put those things on the rivers.
Okay, so that wasn't like an intentional. Yes,
Yeah.
they're allowed to do this. It was one of those.
I mean, they're allowed to because technically the way it went now is like, hey, you know, if you can build, you can build. There's no rule. Okay. It's just I was actually placing things in the map to prevent you from doing it, whereas I didn't have time in the last couple maps. So it's one of those things. I think it's a douchey thing to do, and I think it looks like shit. So I definitely want to keep putting those things on the rivers to stop it from. I just need more time, dude.
All right. I mean, that's I feel like all we ever wanted to hear.
Yep.
I assume it was bad on the other servers, but
yeah, it was bad everywhere. It's fucking ugly. Yeah. It looks like shit. I hate when people do it. So.
Alrighty. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks for the question. All right. Up next, we got Papa.
Maybe not. Oh, there we go.
Hey, there we go.
What up, what up? Hope you guys are having a good afternoon. Make this quick. So I know that I missed the beginning part of it, obviously. You know, tugboats now count as customs. Is there really no reason why we can't have a shop?
Wait. Tugboats don't count as customs. They count as an extra base if you have a custom.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if we have a regular base, we can also have a tugboat?
Sure.
Nice. Quick, super question. I know me and Bush kind of went back and forth on this. I know we can have a TP spot on one foundation. Is it really like absolutely no for a storefront?
Yeah,
you won't need a storefront anymore with the new plugin that's coming out next month.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm an idiot, dude. This is why I hate being late to meetings.
Yeah, but
never mind.
Yeah, the custom build spot thing with the one foundation allowed, or not? First of all, it's not one foundation. You could have multiple of these, but yeah, the 1x1 with just a TC and a sleeping bag, that is hard in stone. I would not budge. I even had admins yelling at me, "Oh, at least let people make a minicopter garage." Nope, nothing. Period. You want that? Don't build a custom build spot.
Yeah, it kills it anyway with this new admin. So really, I just use this time to raise my hand and say, "Hey, thanks guys. You guys are doing great."
Thank you.
If I could admin or at least help out, I would. But being a single dad kind of sucks as far as scheduling. But love what you do. Thanks, guys.
I raised my oldest from age 5 all the way on by myself, so I know.
Yeah, I just got full custody in August of last year, so it's a whole new world.
Congrats on that.
All right, guys.
Have a good one. Up next, we got Laser.
So working, there it is. What's up, guys? Hey, quick question, man. On the weaponsmith thing, I asked it a few times in chat, but if you get the weaponsmith and you get like the M249 to the 250 mag, does that mag limit carry over if you were to put that gun on a turret or trade that gun to another person, or does it go back to the original stock settings if they don't have weaponsmith?
Good question, and it's already been messed with some. When you pass it to a person, it will actually hold that ammo, but once they shoot it, you know what I'm saying? Like they have to get back below that threshold, the normal threshold, before they can reload it. Like so, you know, if you did a 249, they could shoot, and until it gets below 100, they're not gonna be able to reload it anymore. Or if they switch ammo, it's gonna go back to normal.
Basically, if they don't have the weaponsmith perk,
correct.
They get reload. They don't get a reload to 250. They can reload to 100.
Correct. So you're technically not altering the gun per se. It's your character that's been altered. As far as turrets, we haven't actually tested it yet. I want to assume that when you first put it in a turret, that first burst will have the extra ammo. I'm assuming. This is totally assumptions. I want to assume that it will have that first burst of ammo, but the same concept of once it gets below that, it can't anymore. But at the same time, do turrets even hold ammo the same way? Don't they fire like in little bursts or some shit?
They have an ammo supply, but you can load the gun in with ammo first, and you won't hear that reload click. When if you put a gun in with no ammo, you hear a reload click. That's it loading from its inventory list. Yeah. But if you actually put the gun in with ammo and then put ammo in, you won't hear that reload click right away.
Yeah, so it probably will be able to fire through that whole burst in the first place, and then just turns back to normal.
Just to throw a disclaimer out there, T, to help you out, and we could put out the notes for the at Force Fight 2. If stupid devs at Face Punch released the weapon racks. That what this skill hasn't been tested with weapon racks, so pending further investigation.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. Up next, we got Big Badonk Donk.
He asked his question in chat. No need to unmute me. Can we add all approved Rust skins to the skin plugin?
Absolutely not. Every time first of all, our skins plugin is a way to provide you with skins that are not approved, that are actually unobtainable in any other way. Second of all, is every skin that's in our skins plugin is stored in the whoever's shooting. Can you please stop? Is stored in our data file and in our image database, because that's to store all the thumbnails and all the skin preview or whatever the fuck it's called. Anyway, that's a huge storage. Right now, just with the skin workshop right now, it's a 72-page database just to store the skins that we have. Any admin will tell you every time the servers boot up, you'll see saving skins, page 1 of 72, page 2 of 72, page 3 of 72, and it's going through the whole database every time the server boots. You can't even use the skin shop until it's done doing that. And it's massive. It's like a fucking 500 megabyte file right now, that the database for those skins. There's no way I would put all skins in there. It would crash the server. So,
And attack on the fact that when certain players would load up the skin shop, the more you add to it, the more little teeny images it has to load for the first time.
Oh yeah, it would take you forever.
All right, thanks for the question. Up next, we have Blaze.
Mic check, mic check.
1 2 1 2.
So obviously, currently there's, I think, a plugin to reduce fuel consumption for minicopters, correct?
Probably, but we're not running any more plugins. So.
No, I was gonna ask, is there any way to put into consideration an additional perk in the skill tree to reduce fuel consumption on tugboats?
Oh, you mean just like the minicopter version of it?
Yeah, but for tugboats, because those things are gas guzzlers.
Yeah, I mean, I'll suggest it to the developer.
Very cool, very cool. Appreciate y'all as always.
Thanks, Blaze. Up next, we have Quetzal.
No, ban now. No, can't happen. No pretzels.
Right now I'm craving a pretzel.
Y'all get to answer his question anyway, because I'm not speaking to Quetzal.
Okay, gotcha. Pretzel, you're
Alright,
banned.
man.
Move on. Let's go.
Hey, been a while. I was just wondering, when it comes to with the weaponsmith thing, you know how more ammo, whatever. How is that gonna affect the recoil? Does it reset? I just want to know how that looks like.
I don't know. Why don't you go ask the people you've been playing with for the last year?
All right, man.
Oh snap! Yeah, I burned his ass. I mean, I guess it would just recoil is just a bullet by bullet thing. It's not really affected by how many is in the mag. So.
Yeah, no, because there were other things where it would just completely negate the recoil, but yeah, that's also the second question I have. Last one is, how much is the tax when you're listing stuff?
What do I have it set at right now? I think first of all, it's just RP. I think it's set to. Didn't I just tell you guys I had all the configs opened? Yep, there. Oh, that was me working on nightmare basis. Hold on. Oh, expert base. Enchantment. I don't have that config open right now. I don't know. I think it's set to 10% or 5%. One of the two.
All right, that's.
I'm looking.
All right.
Looking.
Yep. Yeah,
I'll announce it even during the next question while I'm looking for it here. So.
All right, yeah, then that's it. Man.
Okay.
Also, for those of you not in Discord chat, another player confirmed that the low fuel usage for vehicles already applies to tugboats.
5% is the tag.
5%. All right.
For now, remember this is still a work in progress. So.
All right, that's nice. Hey, happy to be back. Love the things you've been doing, T-Bird. Love it, man.
Thank you.
Back, man. All right. Up next, we have Netra.
Are there any plans to add scrap to the markets as a currency?
Oh. You know what? If I which I'm 90% gonna do. If I combine bits and Zeds into like one type of currency, maybe we'll put scrap as another one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
And I believe I believe all the recoil questions are the old recoil stopped at the bottom of the quote unquote full load, and then the gun just went bullseye after that.
Oh, back to the beginning of the recoil pattern?
No, it stopped.
Oh.
Yeah,
The gun just literally stopped jumping around
Oh, I can
at
test
the
it
end
real
of the pattern. But the new stuff appears to be an aim cone, and it kept going. I watched as you did a 70 round LR mag, and it kept moving around.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do another one real quick while we're still talking to people here. But yeah.
But yeah, the old one, once you hit the end of like the 30 rounds, the gun just stopped moving. It ran out of recoil script in the game.
That's pathetic.
It only really came around on aim trainer servers where you could put 100 bullets in a gun.
Yeah, what's an AK normally hold? 30?
30.
Okay, so here we go.
So 38 with a extended mag.
I don't have it extended in here though, so.
All right, that was the end of my question.
All right, appreciate it, man.
Yeah, it just keeps going.
Next we have Catch 22 for round 2. Catch, you there? There we go.
I'm here. It's just a thought. I did play on your server quite a few years ago. I came back for a while. One of the probably the main reason I would play PvE is so I can build aesthetically pleasing builds. It's pretty much the only reason I do PvE versus PvP.
Sure.
And I remember the last time I actually quit playing the servers because I read the rule thing at like the town, and it was like no more than X this, no more than X Y that, and it was like, well, it seemed really, really strict. Like it would just really restrict my builds. And I, looking through the rules again now, I think we might have changed something to make it a little better. But I do see like 14 lights. If I do a farm base, I'm already looking at like 6 to 10 hanging lights. If I use industrial lights in my base, I'm going to exceed that 14 limit really quick.
Are you a solo player, Catch?
Generally, I am. Right now, I have a teammate.
So for a 9-box, for every 4 boxes of planters, you only need 1 light. So your light piece is out the table. A lot of people make the mistake thinking that you need a light for every 1 planter or 2 planters. You literally park the light in the middle between 4 planters. You only need 1 hanging.
I'm aware of that. That's why I said like 6 to 10 for a farm base.
So you have 24 planters? Or 40?
I mean, I've had more than that.
I would hope not. Well, then you'd be violating it anyway.
You'd be violating the rules.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about on your server.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
saying,
okay, I
like,
got you.
other servers
So-
I have built that's typical for me to build.
Anyway,
like
so
that,
the reason
I don't
the
know.
reason they're like that is because everybody crowds like 2 of our servers for some reason, and like Outbreak has hit like 1/3 of a million entities, and that starts causing massive performance issues for players. The server's fine, the players aren't, and it's killing players. I mean, just look at the other day at U21 on Outbreak. The bases down there, people were literally dropping to 5 frames per second. I logged in to take care of the bases, and I could barely move. That's why we have those limits. People overcrowd. In PvE, your shit can't get destroyed. You can build as big as you want, as much as you want, as far as you want, and nobody can do shit about it because it's PvE. That's why there's limits, because in PvP, that stuff won't fly. You'll never get it that big because people will start blowing it up and doing stuff to it. In PvE, there's nothing to stop you, so it can just spread and spread and spread. People go nuts. They can't control their builds. We are more lenient on those build restrictions on some of the smaller servers like Utopia and Terminus, but ultimately there's still rules there too. It just is what it is. We don't run this to be a build server or an RP server. It's meant to be a challenging server where the only difference is the stuff that you're fighting can't teabag you and call you the N-word, and can't raid you while you're offline at work. So other than that,
are you more lenient about that when players are not building like crowded areas? I tend to build like away from people. I look for that spot that people aren't around me more than not. So
if you read that link right there, that we keep posting in chat. The very first paragraph, I'm sorry, I'm pulling it up on my actual monitor while I'm talking. Is it the very first paragraph? I don't want to be a liar. Yes, the very first paragraph. There are many factors that can influence your base getting admin attention. And it even has color codes to like the white rules we may not pay much attention to. The yellow rules, maybe on the crowded server in the crowded sections of the map, you know, like in the middle or towards all the big monuments, then we might start paying attention. But you know, on the lesser pop servers or out on the edge of the map, the yellow rules, we're probably not even going to notice those either. The orange rules, they're pretty much going to always get noticed. Maybe if you're on Utopia, the smaller pop map near the edge, we may not pay attention to an orange rule. The red rules are set in stone, period, no questions asked. It is a hard rule. So that's why we have them color coded the way they're color coded now. And if you go to if you read that paragraph, it even tells you different things we look for, like where on the map you are, how many players around you, how close you built to other people, what server you're on, how populated that server is. Then the color code of the rules. I mean, we honestly couldn't get more detailed in how we enforce those rules if we tried.
Okay. Other question would be, again, going back to aesthetically pleasing builds. I've found often that a lot of the best locations to build are reserved for the raid bases. Is there anything is that random, intentional?
Let me ask you a question. What do you consider the best place to build?
Pretty often, like...
You talking about a big, giant, flat piece of land?
Not so much. Often, like, river area, ocean area, facing west, sunset areas, that kind of thing.
I do agree with you on that. I love sunsets. No, the only thing we reserve for raid bases are big, giant, flat, open islands that are purposely, literally created, like raised out of the ocean and made in the map editor specifically to have a place for raid bases to spawn, because players like to take up all the flat land on the map. So raid bases have to have flat land to spawn on, so we make those islands specifically for the fact that when players, usually on Outbreak, take up all the good spots, the raid bases still have somewhere to spawn. Otherwise, you guys won't have any raid bases. There is no, I can tell you right now, there is no other place that's blocked off for raid bases except for those flat islands, and you cannot mistake those islands because they're literally perfectly smooth and flat. They look stupid, actually.
One thing you can do on our website under resources, we do have our map catalog. Not every map may be marked, but many are.
Oh, they're all marked.
We have a dark highlight. Okay, then all are. We have a dark highlight, which is kind of an oxymoron, around islands that are no build, specifically for raid bases, so you kind of have an idea.
Okay. As far as the entity problem goes and causing the server lag, is something that can be fixed at all with like a higher end server? Or
welcome to Facebook.
It's not server.
It's not the server. I never said
Rust.
server. I said client.
Yeah.
So I can tell you right now, I go through this speech all the time with newer people. When Outbreak, let's pretend Outbreak and Infection are on the same box, and then Utopia and Terminus have a different box. So Outbreak and Infection on the same box at full population, if both of them are at 100 pop and 20 people in queue, they're using about 8% processor total and about maybe 10 gigs of RAM total, and we have 128. It's not the servers.
So it's a client side issue.
Well,
is what it is.
It's client side and it's Rust dedicated.exe. You got to remember what a server is. There's two different things a server is. A server is the box itself, which is a machine. And then it's also what you're connecting to.
I ran a web hosting company for 20 years.
Yeah, so you know. And then, but what you're connecting to is actually software. You're connecting to Rust dedicated.exe, which is an actual piece of software that runs. That can only process so much shit at a time.
Right. Okay.
And there's an example of the map where it shows you the raid islands that are blocked off.
Gotcha.
All right. Appreciate the questions.
Thank you. Thanks for the time.
Yes, sir.
All right. Up next, we have Papa again.
Hey, sorry about that. Two quick questions again. So I know typically when we're trying to respec, it's either save up the Zeds or you're a miner and you just farm the sulfur. Any chance we can get like an RP cost respec button?
Nope.
Hell no?
Hell no. Absolutely.
Calculation too much to deal with?
With a hell no. No, because, hold on. And you know what's funny? Almost every question tonight is already answered on the website. Let me go find it. I'm really trying to promote,
in the store.
I'm really trying to promote people using this because I've answered so many things here but the problem is, who wants to go digging for it? which is funny because I'm digging for it right now. Where did it go?
Use the search box.
Hey, that's too easy.
Use the search box.
That's too easy. That is too damn easy. Oh, on the skills page. Anyway, no, that's not this. I was looking for the actual FAQ part of it though, where I answered that question because people keep asking it. No, I originally didn't even want you guys to be able to respec in the first place, like period. And then the admins convinced me to let it be for extremely expensive amounts. So we made it one. Back then it was paper. We made it 1 paper per skill point, which is extremely expensive. And actually it was 2. If you were a veteran, it was 1. And then people convinced me more to lower it a little bit more. So I made it where it actually is a little cheaper, but then the price increases as you respec more and more. It was never intended to be possible in the first place. So the fact that it is even possible, and then they convinced me to give a free respec in the middle of the month too, which is like, all right, damn it, I am not caving anymore.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. I'll stick to being a miner then. I don't even remember the second one, man. Must not be important. Appreciate it.
Yep.
All right. Thank you. Up next, we have Yobidi.
Hello. Can you hear me?
We can.
Howdy.
So around a month ago, there was a town hall update that was talking about XP for NPCs being changed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it was not for the whole of last wipe, and I was just curious if there was any chance.
And
that...
it should hopefully be fixed this force wipe. I need to put that in the update log actually. Dude, it's been a nightmare. So the problem being is, obviously the plugin that deals with experience, which is the skill tree thing, it has set calculated things it can do for everything. You kill a scientist or whatever, it gives you this much XP. Well, the problem is our custom NPCs, they're technically scientists, right? We just dress them up funny. But they're also controlled by a different plugin, the bot plugin. And the bot plugin doesn't really have any way, didn't have any way to communicate to the other plugin like, yo, this isn't your normal scientist. I want you to get a little more experience. So we configured up some stuff to do that. But then there was another issue with it where let me just fast forward. Long story short, literally 2 nights ago, I was in voice channel with the developer of Skilltree. I'm sure you guys probably saw me up here with him actually for hours and hours the other night. And that's what we were working on, that exact problem right there. The good news is we got it working. The bots, small, easy, medium, and hard will now give their respective experience amounts. The bad news is, and this is the developer himself, we still couldn't find a fix for this, so I don't know if it will get fixed. Is the little pop-up that shows you how much experience you got is only registering the default scientist experience. So in other words, these are just numbers pulling out of my head, but let's say a hard NPC at a red monument of ours is worth 300 XP, right? And a scientist, a normal blue, shitty Rust scientist is worth 75. If you go kill that bot, it's going to give you both. It's going to give you 75 and 300, and it's only going to show the 75 on that little bling, like in the middle of your screen. But you'll get the full 375 actually. So we got it fixed to where it actually takes the value from our custom NPCs and gives it to you correctly. We could not fix the fact that it doesn't display that it gave it to you correctly in the little pop-up, and the fact that it's adding it to whatever that NPC really is, which is a blue scientist. So you actually get more.
Strange.
Yeah,
it was so strange because it was like if you go out and you kill an NPC on large oil, for example.
They're different, yeah. Heavies.
It gives you 80. No, not the heavies, the standards.
Oh, okay.
It gives you 86 experience.
Do you have a bonus?
No.
You a veteran VIP?
Yes.
Then you do.
That's where the bonus comes from.
Yeah, and there's also a bonus at night to some stuff too.
Yeah, I know that. But when you went to a red monument across the board, it gave you 82. So that bonus wasn't calculated there.
They're different NPCs. So sorry, I was.
Are they different?
Take a bite of my cold ass dinner. Believe it or not, even blue scientists, there are I think 24 types.
Okay.
There's scientist roam, scientist pistol, scientist wander, scientist junk, scientist pile, scientist roadside, scientist. There's a shit ton.
Okay.
So it's just funky. But I can tell you for absolute fact, we got it fixed to where you get a little more XP for the difficulty of our custom NPCs. It just won't show in that little in the middle of your screen.
All right, cool. Yeah. Excellent. Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, up next we've got Kate.
Okay. Can you guys hear me okay?
We can.
Sure can.
Okay. I just want to say I appreciate the server. You guys have great work that you guys do, and I love it, and I'm a fan, so keep it up.
Hell
Next,
yeah.
I want to say, I know you guys have got a lot of tugboat questions, so I'm sorry to open it up with this. But question. I know you guys said you can only have one if you're not unaccustomed, right? I get that. But my question is, how many in general can you have if you're not unaccustomed? For example, like in your team, for one, is it team based overall, or is it how many people that's in your team can individually have one?
Right now, that's actually, it's just up in the air because these just came out and we're just now starting to get problems with all these people having tugboats. So right now there is no rule on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say it falls under don't be a dick.
Yeah.
In the sense that, you know, if you guys have a tugboat and you're using a tugboat, that's great. If you've got 2 tugboats and you're using tugboats, that's great. If you've got 6 of them just to have 6 of them,
Okay, so like pretty much common sense, don't be a dick. Got
Yeah,
it.
pretty much.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I will tell you that it's been brought up numerous times behind closed doors that we are going to be discussing tugboats. We're going to be discussing weapon racks when they come out, and all these other things that people like to hoard and spam.
Okay, that's good. I mean, the only reason why I brought that up again, I mean, I hate to keep talking about the tugboat, but anytime it's brought up, like, I never hear the exact amount, if not custom. Like, obviously, not at all for custom. I got that, but, like, you know. But you guys answer that, so.
Makes total sense.
My next question is, I never noticed this change until this recent wipe. So, when it comes to building, right? I like base building. I enjoy like decorations on in a base, you know. Well, now there's like a cap limit, right, for specific things, and some things I feel like that is completely understandable. I get it, but like for other things, I really don't agree with it. For example, like fireplaces, they're pretty, they look nice in bases. You can really decorate somewhere, but you're limited. I think it's like 7, 11, something like that. But other things count as those. For example, like little campfires or
Let me pause
like
you
the
real
barrels.
quick. I'll pause you real quick. The top 3 things in Rust that destroy players' clients and frame rates and performance: foliage, fire, and light. Does that make
Oof.
more sense now?
Yeah, it does.
That
So
would be
is that kind of similar to the whole windmill thing in terms of like
and animations
lagging?
and animations.
Oh, animations. Okay.
That too.
Okay, well that
Those are-
makes more sense now.
Yeah.
I never
Every-
understood why it got implemented, but now that makes a whole lot more sense.
I mean, it's been there for a while now. It's been there probably all of 2023. But every single restriction we ever put on anybody, buildings, deployables, any of that shit, is all about letting the rest of the players play a game that's nice and smooth. One of them big surveys I did, one of the main things I saw a lot of people say is, "Wow, I can play here, lag free, good frames, everything's nice and smooth." And that's why we work so hard to make sure people don't. Again, that base at U21 the other day and on Outbreak, everybody was just crashing around it because he broke all our rules. He spammed so much shit. So
yeah, I get that.
Huge impact. And again, foliage, fire. That's why I hate farms too. Foliage, fire, animation, and light. You know, lights and particle effects. Particle effects would be like
So-
smoke and sparks and stuff like that.
Does those Christmas lights, would those still count towards?
They still
Because I
count as
mean,
light
because
they're called
They
as
are
Okay.
light workers.
okay, because I was about to say, because you can make them flash and like do different things. Wouldn't that count as light and animation? So
Yeah.
like yeah, that makes sense.
And then particle effects affect even more. Like for instance, you notice our limit on searchlights, those old, you know, the big can ones.
Yes.
That's a much harder limit than we put on all the other lights because they have a smoke effect around them, which literally will kill your computer. I mean, first time I discovered that, my game just crashed on me. It was because somebody had like 10 of them.
They have a smoke effect and they are real-time lighting.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they tear you up. So again, this is years and years of us seeing what kills players' performance and clients, and us limiting them for that. And
mean,
because
that makes
players don't
sense.
control themselves either, and they go crazy.
Multiplied
Absolutely.
by 1,500.
And the fact that we have 1,500 people per wipe, so a lot of bases. As a matter of fact, when I booted up Outbreak a couple days ago, it scans for buildings. It found 650 buildings on the map.
Oh my gosh.
So now imagine I want to decorate with, I want to have 8 fireplaces and 10 campfires and a bunch of lights around the edges to make it
And
look all
times
pretty.
that with all those.
Yeah, now nail that with 650 bases and see what happens. So I know
Yeah,
everybody's
got
not going
it.
to do it, but you get my point. It's
Okay.
all in performance. We hate restricting people. We really do. Like, there's nothing that stresses us more.
But when you understand why it's there, that makes so much. Like at that point, it's like, yes, please do what you
Yep.
got to do.
Exactly. Oh, you'll feel the one day it hits you, you'll understand. You'll be like, okay, now I see. It definitely
Now
hits
you
hard.
know.
That's the same reason why you
Spread
can
the
only set off
word.
4 fireworks at a time too.
Yeah, same reason. You know what though, your response to it and at least trying to get educated on it is the way people should be, because a lot of people get so. I mean, it's probably our number one reason people rage quit and leave our server is because of those guidelines. But it is what it is. They want to have a smooth game experience, but want to spam all that shit at the same time. Which to me that means, hey, I want to play smooth, but I want to spam all this stuff so nobody else can play smooth. That's not very fair. So that's why.
Absolutely, it should be fair for both sides. So I get that. I just was more curious, and you guys answered everything, and I think that's great that you guys actually care about, how everyone is affected, not just like, for example, if you guys had favoritism. I'm not saying you guys do. I doubt that, but I'm just saying, for example, like if you guys, said, oh, for this person, they're allowed to do it. I mean, that would be so unfair to like all the other people.
Yep.
But that's not the case, and that's good.
Yes, ma'am. Same treatment for everybody. And to Ivalith in chat, the U21 base, that was the one I posted in general a couple days ago that I was bitching about.
Yeah, I saw that one in chat.
Yep, that's the one. Cool. Any other
Okay.
questions?
All right. Appreciate it, Kate.
Well, thank you so much, and
Yes,
take it
ma'am.
easy.
Absolutely.
Likewise. Have a great evening. All right. Supreme is up again.
Hello, real quick in and out. I know people want to go to sleep.
Okay.
I forgot the first point, so that one's real nice and quick. Second point, I know other people from Utopia said they were gonna bring it up, but no one did, so I'm back. It was said earlier that, bases can't be large because this is Rust, and you wouldn't be allowed to do that because it's a PvE server. People can't stop you. Going along the same lines, I know it would be a nightmare to make a hard rule. Can there be some guideline that just says, hey, please don't, permalock high tier monuments or something as, a solo for days on end?
They're not supposed to be able to lock any. What do you mean lock a monument?
No,
What it
basically
means is just on respawn. The problem with that,
because
though,
they
again,
do it. They
is
have
you
the
can't
timer.
enforce it,
The problem
right?
is, how do you?
That's the kicker.
So everything, and this is for everybody, not this is just for you. Everybody listening or in the meeting, you have to think about 2 things. A is we're not using any more plugins. So if any of your ideas or thoughts are that, just cancel it. B is you got to remember how short-staffed we are. Like, I have to make all these maps. Nola has to configure all the shit on the maps. Wookie and Mountain Juice having to greet all the new players and answer all the tickets and handle all the support. I mean, there's not that many of us. There's probably like 5 or 6 of us left now. Like, there's no admins left. This is a really hard job. We don't have time. So everything you guys think of, and again, this isn't just to you, Supreme. Everything you guys think of, you got to think to yourself, how does it get enforced and policed? That's the first thing you always got to think of.
If maybe we could even just try, make it a guideline for now, put it somewhere, so then people in the servers can at least try to self-police and say, hey, look, I'll pick my friend Lolly Kate. You've ran large oil rigs 17 times in a row. Can you please not do that? It's kind of against the rules.
So let me jump in on this too, because I actually dealt with this ticket specifically about this recently. So again, going back to T's point, we don't mind having that conversation with the player. Open the ticket, just say, hey, heads up, blah, 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 blah. And then we'll have a conversation with that player if it happens. I will say this. I think Aleahnah said this. I'm going to use the same thing she said like a few meetings ago. Sharing is caring. Like, come on, guys. Like, being an oil rat for like, you're doing 10 oils a day. I can tell you this right now. Go run one of the red monuments. You're going to get way better loot there. Like, guaranteed. Guaranteed you're getting way better loot there. There's more bins there, for example, right? So share. And Supreme and everybody here, if you're noticing it, yeah, we don't mind having a conversation. It may not be right away with the player, but I did it, and they reluctantly agreed, and they moved on, right? So bring it up with a ticket, but in the same token, like it's very hard to police this sort of thing.
I'll just simplify this whole thing. If you guys haven't noticed on the website, let me link it again. On the website in our rules page, the new way I do it now is I like the rules to be nice and generalized so that we can, pretty much everybody always wants a fucking EULA agreement with us. So now at least we can say, well, they're like, that's not in the rules. Well, yeah, it is right there. Don't be a dick. So I keep them really generalized on purpose like that, so I can always catch people if I need to. But then if you notice, you can click the little plus symbol next to each rule. I haven't finished this, by the way. That's why they're not all filled. But and that has examples and more information on what I mean by that rule. Like, for instance, the no cheating, no exploiting one has a lot of stuff under there already, because a lot of people will get really scared of the word exploit and they think I'm accusing them of hacking, which I'm not. So I will add your idea under one of those rules as a, hey, this is considered, kind of being a dick. So that way, I will tell you straight up what Wiki said is right. We've already had people report that kind of stuff to us before, and we've gone and talked to the person like, yo, back off and share.
Yeah, and I actually put that ticket in because everyone was complaining in chat and no one put in a ticket. I just don't want to bother you guys more. So if there's something we can point to and say, look, it's there, we don't have to bother you guys.
Yeah, I'm typing the note for it right now.
Awesome. Thank you. Have a wonderful night. It's time to go to sleep.
Have a good one. All right, we have 3 people in chat. Zippy's up next. I'm going to go ahead and stop after Rocket Rebel.
And I can tell you right now, the reason people are arguing about oil rig being so much better because Rust NPCs are fucking stupid easy.
Oh yeah, I know.
That's all it is. So they're looking for
exactly how they're doing them.
Yeah, they're looking for the easy mode where they can cheese the monument and collect all the heavies at once and just like get tons of free loot and tons of free experience. That's all they're doing. They're being cheesed.
No more oil rigs. Problem solved.
Yeah, I could just get rid of oil rigs. Yeah, or I can make them PvP. They're just being They're just being cheesy, is all it is. If people keep hogging the oil rigs so much, and it's only the oil rigs because again they're so easy to cheese and it's so much free, easy loot and experience. If people keep doing it, we'll just make them PvP zones, and then you don't have to worry about it. Moving
on. All right. Speaking of PvP, so I want to ask if this is actually allowed or considered an exploit or something. So like raid bubbles. Most of them are PvE, but there is the Hordes that are PvP, right? And you also have TP Corps, which won't work in like nearby the raid base because of the TC, but when you down TC, they work again.
Yeah.
If you die in the base, like inside once, maybe getting countered, and then they finish off the raid and then they kill TC, are you allowed to equip some armor and a shotgun, let's say, and then TP Corps back and dome them and surprise them? Or is that an exploit?
I mean, yeah, as far as I know, it's fine. Once the TC is gone, you should be able to TP Corps in there.
Okay.
I mean, now I have to research it more. I've never even heard of that happening. So, like, don't take it as so like T said it's fine. Everybody go do it. Like, it's just I don't know. You kind of put me on the spot with something I've never even witnessed or seen. So I'd have to discuss it with the admin team and look into it more. But as far as I know, I've never yelled at anybody for doing it. So.
And to be fair, how many times do we get people using PvP bubbles? It's like one a wipe.
Yeah, this is true too. But yeah, as of right now, there's nothing like I'm not going to jump on you for it until I get more information. So.
All right, good to know. Have a good evening.
Yes, sir.
All right, up next we have Mikey.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, so my only question is RP wipe win?
Amen. I wish.
Because I've only been playing for a couple months now, and when I try to buy like a scientist bane, that's usually worth, I don't know, 5 to 10k. I get into a bidding war with somebody with millions and millions of points RP, and I can't outbid them.
I've been preaching it, brother, for a year now, and I get jumped by all the power players that for some reason think it's a flex to have a shit ton of RP. The player that finds me the solution to getting 100% unanimous, yes, let's start wiping RP on periodic schedules, the player that makes that happen, that convinces the whole community to go along with that, gets free permanent vet gold right now. Free permanent vet gold forever.
Yearly wipe. I
I think it should be more often than that. I think it should be like quarterly or some shit, but whatever.
But
the player,
yeah, yearly or twice a year.
Yeah, well,
I think everybody could agree with.
I've been fighting this battle for over a year now, and I've literally had people rage at me. I've had admins rage at me. I've had everything rage at me about this topic. You want my opinion on it? It's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid because when I made the RP system and I made it not wipe ever, literally was the first week I made these servers 5 years ago. I had no clue it was even gonna. I didn't even know anybody was gonna play on my damn servers. Now the fact that there's people out there with tens of millions of RP. There's people, especially last wipe, who exploited 500,000 RP in like one wipe. I won't mention that person's name. They know who they are, and they think I don't know about it, but I do, and I'm watching you, asshole. Anyway, the point being is it's pointless because now we've had to jack up the prices of everything so fucking high to make up for that kind of shit. Now we've also had to, back in the old days, you could buy tons of shit for RP in the store /S. You could sell tons more shit in the store for /S. I mean, you could sell everything. Your components, your fucking resources, cook sulfur. Yeah. You could sell guns. You could sell fucking key. You could sell everything there was in the entire game in /S for RP. But the reason you can't do it anymore is because it got so inflated and people were whoring up so much RP that was like their only goal was just save it up, get as much, get millions and millions and millions and millions of RP for no reason because they knew it was never going to wipe. And so now we had to remove all that shit from the store. We had to make all the prices extremely high. I mean, like back in the day, calling a fucking heli would be like 500 RP. Like all the prices for things were in the hundreds instead of the thousands. And it's so inflated now because nobody wants their precious RP to get wiped. Hey, like I said, you can convince the entire community unanimously go for periodic wipes. I will fucking give you free vet gold for the rest of your life.
Helis used to be 2,500 RP to call them in. Now they're 5,000.
Yep, everything's through the roof now. You have to understand when we first. So I remember back when we first had our first admins. Like if somebody did something insanely awesome, the reward would be like 10 RP, maybe 50. Now it's like if you don't give somebody 5,000 RP, they're like, "Really, dude? That's all you're gonna do for me? Like I just reported an exploit to you." Like it's gone through the roof. Inflation is so high with RP now, and it's ruined everything. It made me take all the shit out of the store. It made me stop allowing tons of shit to be sold to the store for RP. It literally destroyed everything because it doesn't wipe, and nobody. And we got like 10%. These 10% of the super rich are fighting it so hard. I don't know what to do. I've discussed this for a year now, and everybody screams it.
Poll in the Discord, a week-long poll.
Oh, we've taken polls before, but you always get that one handful of people. Some of them are even admins, by the way, that just fucking lose their minds and scream at me about wiping RP. There's some in this channel right now probably keeping their mouth shut because they're probably thinking the same thing. Yeah, fuck him, don't wipe RP.
I'm not gonna call anybody out, but trying to buy an enchant and then somebody's paying 6 times the asking price.
Yep.
Just to flex.
What Anthony just said in chat right there screws the new people. It does. Because now new people join our server like, I can't afford to do shit. And the problem is I can't, and the answer isn't, well, why don't you just lower the price down, then the new people could afford stuff. I can't because then the super rich people have unlimited everything. So it's just, if it wiped periodically, we could bring all the prices down, have even playing field, and it just, dude, sore topic with me. Sore topic.
Yeah.
All right, we got two more we got to get through quick.
Yep.
Up next, we have Salty Sally.
Just wanted to say, love the admins, love the Terminus and Utopia communities. Can't say much about the others. Keep doing what you're doing. That's it.
Hell yeah.
Sorry you had to wait so long, but we appreciate the compliments.
And everybody shut up and go to bed.
No. We want to give away prizes. Speaking of which, admins, start logging into the servers you're going to be on while we're finishing these last couple of people. I know these people want their damn prizes.
And last but certainly not least, Rocket Rebel.
If anyone's available, Chop, you had to leave Terminus.
Hello.
Oh, Lord, who let him in here?
Yep, that's it. Well, most of the things I was going to talk about, people spoke about. But one main thing, yes, the tugboats, and it's the oil rigs. Will there be a boundary around the oil rigs to stop the tugboats getting so close? and parking them there and leaving them there all wipe.
I mean, I could probably in the maps build some kind of like some kind of barrier around them.
Because
the problem is though that would I'd have to make it small enough that you
pushed
just
I've pushed 5 away from the oil rig on Utopia with another tug.
Oh,
I've just
shit.
pushed them back to the beach.
These tugboats are the worst fucking thing ever. Well,
Yeah,
they're not the worst.
yeah.
Industrial stuff and farming stuff are the worst.
Because the way I see it, right, people like me, I don't raid right so much. I don't do oil rigs so much. I just do my own thing. You know me. I play so many different ways. Right. Well, every time I've got to try oil rig, someone's gone on it, and then I've seen them die. I've heard them die. By the time I've got there, they've come out of the tugboat and got straight back on there.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, no, that's wrong. Because the rule is, if you die on there, then someone else can get back on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's just like, no, it's the tugboats are one of the worst things going. But I mean, other than that, the market system, that's brilliant. Yeah, it took me a little while to figure out bits and bobs because I mean, I didn't read a lot about it. Like straight up honest, I thought I'm going to do what everyone else does, just jump straight in without like reading anything about it. Just play dumb. I picked it up quite quick, and I think it's going to be a good idea. But you are going to have a lot of people complaining and bitching, about the prices.
About the prices going up and down?
Yeah, going up and down.
Freaking well.
Yeah.
Maybe they should let RP wipe then.
That's it, right? Now, that's the other thing, right? I agree with the RP wipe. I mean, at the moment, I've got, I think it's 200k sitting on Outbreak, 100k sitting on Infection. Don't know how much I've got on Terminus. And Utopia on, 40k. That's it. My goal of every wipe is just to get 50k. False wipe comes, starts. I spend all that on eggs and everything. Used to be able to buy silver egg, bronze egg, and everything, but where the prices have gone up, I can't. So now I have to aim for roughly about 80k, so I could buy what I want for everyone to start. Yeah. So that comes to the RP wipe.
Part of the issue with
I'd like to see it.
Part of the issue when we want to wipe the RP though is that the prices will come down and stuff. Like people, but I need the RP so I can buy a Nightmare. Well, Nightmares wouldn't be so fucking expensive if we didn't have to raise the prices.
It. I mean, I'd like to see the RP wiped like quarterly, like you said, or because you got so many of the big ones, yearly maybe on New Year. That's it. New Year starts. You start with new RP.
We even tried.
I like that as well.
We even tried to. Well, see, so my original pitch back when we first discussed this was to wipe RP once a year, and my original pitch was just do it in this was back in the winter, so I was like, do it in the month when I started the server, which was April. It could be January 1st. I don't give a fuck. It could be whenever. And then even then we discussed because then all the rich people, it's not fair. I saved up 10 million RP. Like, what are you gonna do with it? And like, well, there's nothing I can do with it. Well, then why do you need it?
Need that.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do with it.
You don't even need it.
So the point being is if it wiped, there would be more stuff you could do with it because we would add a bunch of that stuff back in the game because now that it's wiping. And B, we even discussed maybe coming up with some kind of like award or prize to the person who had the most RP when we do wipe it. Like, hey, Rocket Rebel ended the year with the most RP on Utopia, so he gets free whatever or something, like,
Or you get a yearly tag. This, I mean, like you have champion things, so then you have like a yearly tag, so you get 2 supply signals extra.
Yeah, anything.
Wipe.
I mean,
that's it. You know what I mean? It's just 2 supply signals or whatever false wipe. It's just to give them a kickstart. That's it. The people are going to say, oh yeah, that's not fair because they've got a head start. Well, they had all that RP, but they gave up, so they've got to have something back. To keep them happy. That's it. To have something that, I know it's all digital content, but it's still something to say, look, I had that, I've got this for it. That's great. You know what I mean?
Yep, I agree. You're preaching to the choir.
Like you said, it's going to be hard, but
Back to
the other thing.
Back to your statement about learning the new plugin though. Make sure everybody checks this out. I just posted that link there. I've got the entire plugin step by step with screenshots on how to do everything. Already written out.
One on there. Yeah, and I totally ignored it. I thought, no, I'm just going to go through it and see what it is. Yeah, I see tonight you've got some new commands in there. I've got to read up again because I've already forgot what they were. But I think it's going to be a game changer. It's going to be good. It's going to be good for the whole community. Cool. And the only other thing I've got to say is thank you very much for Zombieland. Yeah, as you know, I mean, from what I've said and that, I mean, I've been here.
You've been playing here forever, dude.
5 years now.
Me and Rebel have even branched out and played other games together. This is my buddy.
Yeah, and we got to do another Zombieland, another 7 Days to Die and crap like that.
Yep.
Yeah, the new one of that's quite cool.
Yep.
But no, I'd like to say thank you very much. You know, I mean, if it wasn't for Zombieland, yeah, I'd be in a very, very dark place. You know,
That's
I've got some shit. I've got some shit going on now as well. But
I know some of it
I
because you
mean,
told me some of it
this,
before, but I won't stay here.
This just this just keeps me going.
Yep,
I
and you
mean,
know what? I've heard that
quite
from
a few of the
multiple
obvious
people
stuff.
before, and that's
Yeah.
probably my favorite thing I hear from people is when
Yeah,
it
and
makes
it's
me
like I'd say to anybody, if you've got a problem, yeah, not even game related, yeah, I'm open to a chat. You know, I mean, I've got so much weight on my shoulders, but I will willingly take the weight off your shoulders, you know, and sit there and listen to you. Yeah, I'm like 58-year-old, so I can actually just sit there and give you some advice of what I've done wrong and what I've done right. You know, everyone else is the same. Yeah, it's you just got to talk to each other. That's it.
Yep, it's part of being a community.
But no, just keep the bloody good work going with this. But the only nagging thing that pisses me off, T, is you taking your fucking laptop on holiday with you.
I had to take it with me. I had to fix stuff and work on stuff. Ugh. All right, moving on to the next person. We gotta go. We gotta get
Yeah, all right
prizes.
then, man. All right, good night anyway.
Later, Rebel.
Because it's like 3 a.m. Yeah, well, nearly 4.
Yeah, go to bed, you old Brit.
Yeah, catch you later.
Later, dude. By the way, admins, make sure you're logging into your servers. I'm on. I already went to test 2, so I can start previewing the map for everybody while you guys are giving prizes here. Who we got next? Well, dinner's getting cold. My dinner's been sitting on my desk for 2 hours.
I think Nola shut it down already.
Oh, it's already done? We're done with the Q&A? We're done with the Q&A? Cool. All right, I'm going to be doing the map preview. Everybody that wants your prizes, make sure you start logging into your server right now. If you guys want to see the map preview, by the way, it's not the one I was just on, showing you guys the plugins. It's a totally different one. If you guys want to see the map preview, I am loading up the stream right now for that. I'll put the Twitch link in the chat again. Those that are getting your prizes, yeah, you did poo water, but it's going to be recorded and uploaded. Those who want the prizes, just log into your respective servers, go to town, line up in front of the admin. He's going to ask you if you want paper or not paper, Zeds or rockets. Let him know what you want. He'll throw them at your feet. Hopefully they don't fall through the fucking map.
Yeah, I've been putting them in their inventory directly because I already lost one set. So
well, if you're over there with a big fluffy Wookiee, he's going to insert them rectally into your inventory.
Rockets first.
Rockets first, but the fin end first, not the pointy end. Anyway, so get your prizes. When I do the map preview, I will just kind of lollygag around for a little while so you guys can get your prizes and not miss out on the map. As soon as everybody's got their prizes, I'll start showing you some of the juicy stuff on the map preview, and then that's the end of the meeting. So let me put the stream link in here.
All right. On that note, T, I gotta head out. I sent you the time link already with everything, so
Thank you,
should be
sir.
good to go. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for joining the meeting. I will see y'all in game.
Yes, sir. All right, we got admins on every server.
Yeah, I'm almost done. No one's here on infection. I basically did everybody. So final call for infection folks that are still here that got the prize.
Who we got? Nola, where you at? Did Nola die? Nola. Oh wait, I have a DM from Nola. That could be a bad sign.
Funny part is,
fuck.
People on Outbreak can't get into town or can't get out of town afterwards. There's
Why?
a Bradley and a Horde.
Oh, I'll come take care of it because what I mean by short-staffed. We literally don't have even enough people to give out the prizes for the first time in our entire server history. So Wookie, you're on infection. I guess I'm not going to be doing a map preview. Got to go to Outbreak. Can somebody go to Terminus? Anybody?
I'm almost done here on infection. I can
Is
go to
Cryo
Terminus
actually
after.
on Utopia doing it? Cryo? Cryo?
I think Cryo said in staff chat he did it early because everybody was getting antsy.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, no, I finished Utopia like a half an hour ago. They were all chomping at the bit in Utopia. You want to hit Terminus?
Alright, so I'm heading to Outbreak. We need somebody on Terminus.
I'm heading over there now.
Jesus Christ, what the hell's going on Outbreak? How are there all these bodies here?
We're killing. That's from the zombie hordes in the Bradley.
Zombies can't even hurt you inside
They're touching
town.
me in places that shouldn't
That
be
is
touched.
not safe zone.
Town is though if you go inside.
Yeah, this is the TP spot. This is where you TP to when you warp to town.
Alright, the Bradley's gone. Somebody dragged the horde here. But it looks like they're gone too.
Yeah, it looks like a bunch of people came up with M2s and just dispatched the horde.
Oh, then no, there still is a horde under the water here. That's what happened.
I was gonna say, I've seen them get stuck under the helipad like twice this way.
Problem is, players think that dragging hordes to water is gonna like stop them, and they don't realize it just makes it worse because now the horde, you can't kill them, but they can still kill you, and that's just stupid. So, I really wish players would quit thinking that water is the answer to hordes. It is not. All right, horde is gone at town. I destroyed them. Give me a second. I gotta spawn myself in a bunch of stuff. I wasn't prepared because I thought somebody else was gonna be handling this.
Anybody got scrap I can gamble with?
Well, you hear the random guy go, anybody got some scrap I could gamble with?
Gotta feed the addicts, man.
With scrap, just give me all. Anybody got it?
1,000 on 20 right now. Hey, no jumping on my head to cut. What the heck?
Oh, there's 56 scrap in the gamble right now.
I'm putting 143 scrap on 20. Watch this. I'm about to win big, epic, bro.
Win
that
bag,
bro. Win that bag.
I got
Watch
1,000.
me, man. Watch me.
Death, when you scared the hell out of me.
We're putting 99 scrap on
sorry.
20. 99 scrap on 20. This is big wins right here. Big wins.
Yeah, big money. Win that bag, bro. Win that bag, bro.
Big money, big money. I got this. Chicken nest hat. Yeah. The Quetzalcoatl. Yeah. Oh, it's just Quetzal on top. Quetzal on top, baby. T-Bird smells like cheese.
That's. What are we lining up for? Sets.
Prizes for
That's not a 20.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. Hey.
Rockets, please.
Alright, I have a better idea. I'm gonna go gamble it on black.
What is even Zen? What is Zen?
Zebs, it's money.
Fuck is that?
/S shop.
Yes. Yo, this thing was awesome. As soon as I got the full set, I was hyped.
Max bet on a.
Cool. Thank you.
Rockets or rockets? Thank you.
Take some rockets, please.
Everything.
I'll take some rockets, please.
Quit sniffing me.
Rockets, please.
Well, hello there.
Rockets.
Okay, bye, Fry Guy.
Thanks, Dad.
Rockets, please. Thank you. Awesome.
Can I get Zeds, please? Yeah, Zeb's on top.
Hey, Bucks, dance. Dance, Bucks.
What is even Zebs? I don't even know what that shit is.
Dance, yeah.
Thank you.
Do people like just never read /info?
What is breeding? How do I read?
Zeds, please. Thank you. Rockets, please.
Yeah, let me get rockets, please. Thanks, buddy.
What in the world happened here?
Rockets, please.
How many rockets are you giving?
Thank you.
Rockets, please. Appreciate it, T-Bart.
Hey,
Rockets,
nice
please.
clothes, bro.
Yeah, you don't have the metal chest piece though.
Hey, bro, get off my mini. What the fuck?
Rockets, please.
Well, this one's actually damaged.
22.
I can skin you a metal chest. Oh wait, all of a sudden decide this one. No, you don't have the metal chest base. If you want, I can skin that for you.
Zeds, please.
Zebs, please. Look like an old hermit. Thank you, thank you.
Zeds, please.
Can I get Zeds? Thank you.
Zeds, please.
There you go.
Thank you, kind sir.
Look at you ponies, bruh.
No problem.
Thank you,
Best
sir.
time game, baby.
Huh?
Shut up. It's all about the nest hat, baby.
2-2.
Zibs.
That's hot and garbage.
Nest hat, yeah.
Thank you.
What's the one time?
Zeds, please.
After a while, crocodile.
Thank you.
It's about time you arrived.
Hello, T-Bird. Rockets, please. And thank you for your server. It's amazing. Thank you.
Rockets would be nice.
Thank you. Rockets, please. Thanks.
Rockets, please.
Thank you.
Surprise me.
Doodaloo, caribou.
Hey, good choice.
Hey, let's go. Thank you, sir.
First time, the last time. Hey, I got a job for you.
It's 7th.
Give me the boom boom. Not the band hammer. Who the fuck voices Zombot? There's so many questions.
Can I get rockets, please? Thank you.
Zeds, please. Thank you.
Zeds, please. Thank you.
Rockets.
If I change my voice, do I get more?
I think we're done here.
Could I have more porridge, please?
Come on. Rockets, please.
All right, think I'm all done on Outbreak.
Hi, Flower.
Jeez.
See you later, alligator.
There.
All right, everybody get taken care of on the server.
Do you know who voices Zombot?
Yep.
I'm kind of curious.
All done, yeah.
So we got Utopia and Terminus taken care of.
Yep.
All right. Okay. If anybody's even still left now, I kind of killed it having to go to Outbreak here. I'll go preview the map real quick. Not sure if there's anybody left to watch it, but we'll try. We shall try. Hey, you guys ever wanted to see where the admins hide? Anybody still left in the stream? I made a it's like a little admin AFK building. This is where we hide. No, the light's not working. There we go. Oh, you got an ad break right when I was trying to show you the sex dungeon?
Infection's done. I'm clearing it down.
All right, appreciate it. Just bodies everywhere, yep. This is where we hide. This is where we take each other's pants off, too. Alright, let me switch over to,
No. This is where Mountain Juice takes everybody's pants off.
Yes, it was not me. Let me switch over to test 2. Zeds and bits should be in the exchange, Enrique. That was part of the thing I showcased. Yo Biddy, I don't even know what you're talking about. If you're talking about my comments during the meeting, you were definitely not the person I was referring to. Why, did you do something naughty?
Yo Biddy does always things naughty on Infection.
I mean, it rhymes with titty, so. But yeah, Enrique, every market has, well, not market, but shop. Every shop has where you can buy currency for the same exact currency. So you can buy 1Z for 1Z, you know, to get your money back out of the deposit thing. For the in real life voice ban, you want to ban my voice? It's kind of that kind of hurts.
I'm banning Yo Biddy off of Infection right now.
No, it wasn't Biddy. It was V Carry.
Oh, never mind.
I must have banned my voice. I don't like my voice either. If that makes you feel any better. So, thanks for making me more self-conscious about it. All right. Map preview. Probably not going to be as rambunctious on this map preview as I normally am because I'm exhausted. I've been doing this since we start our staff meeting at 6:30, so I've been doing this since 6:30. It's 11 something. Haven't had dinner yet either, so. Well, I took a couple bites of this dinner that's been sitting here on my desk for 4 hours, but it's pretty gross and cold. So here's the map preview. Detroit is the theme of this map. Hey, thanks, Anthony. I appreciate it, man. Glad you're liking it. Town hall? Oh, you talking about like the town building? that I made, that little building, whatever.
Town building's best building.
Yeah, that's actually the newest town I made. Everybody seems to like it a lot, so
I love that town.
yeah, it's good shit. Oh, what kind of asshole puts a Bradley on a building?
I did write that path.
Oh.
I suggested that path to him.
Oh yeah, that kind of town hall. You mean like the server meetings? Yeah, we do these every month. If you go to our YouTube channel, man, you can see we've been doing this for a long time. Our server meetings. Ironically, an old admin of ours suggested it like 3 years ago, and I told her, I was like, nah, don't nobody give a shit. Nobody's gonna show up. Nobody cares. And it was a huge hit, and then it became a thing, and here we are.
One of the few servers that actually does something like this.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever found a server that does a monthly meeting to let the players voice their opinions and tell them what we're doing and what we have in store for them next and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I mean, we don't always accept everything that players suggest or ask us to do or change, but hey, the fact that we even listen, right? I do have a list of notes here from the meeting of things that players asked me, and I told them I'd look into.
That link that I gave you, kind of funny, isn't it?
Oh my god, I can't wait to spread that to the rest of the team. Just keep a secret for right now. Oh my god.
Okay, alright.
That is so exciting, dude. That made my night. You could not have sent me a better link. Literally could not have sent me a better link. That was perfect. I'm so tired. I'm like in a daze. I'm like, oh wait, I'm supposed to be showing people the map. I'm just like flying in circles around these buildings. Sorry. Let me get back at it here.
That looks like it's going to be a pretty nice little monument there.
Oh, here comes the skill shot. Woo woo.
T. Mal and I are stepping away to go deal with some vehicle stuff, but all the tickets that were left over are finished too.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, no worries. Be back in a bit.
Yep. Thank you, thank you. Sorry I'm so quiet and being so dull in this map preview. I'm usually a lot more animated. I'm just fucking exhausted. Exhausted. It's a busy week, man. School's starting for my kid, and he's got practice, sports practice every fucking day this week. And then, of course, it's Force Wipe week. On top of that, it's just like, ugh. Could not pile more shit on my plate if I tried.
Yeah, he does do a really good job on his bridges.
There goes
Even the ones made out of pipes.
You know how I can always tell if a player is new to our servers? And by the way, due to my stream, I'm not insulting you with this. This is just being funny. You can always tell if somebody's new to the servers because they ask about longer wipes. First dead giveaway, somebody's new. Hey, play on the server for like 2 months, and then come back and tell me what your opinion is about the wipe length after that.
Most definitely.
We've tried. Well, this is fully explained. If you go to our FAQ on our website, there's a thing in there. Why are the wipes this length? It's fully explained in there with great detail. But in our 5-year history, we have tried every wipe schedule there is. I promise you, this is the ideal one. Shorter than this is too quick. Anything longer than this, even a 2-week wipe. Players, I literally had players offering me real life money to wipe early. Please, we are begging you. We will pay you. Wipe early. Yeah.
I remember that.
Yep. And God, I remember the time we tried a month-long wipe. Oh my God, dude, it was so terrible.
Oh, that would be cancer.
Yep. Yeah, the wipes are fine.
The
wipes are fine.
They are perfect.
I mean, hell, look at the servers right now. You know, like the beginning of the wipe, our servers are at Q. There's queues to get in right now. I mean, like shit. How many people are on infection right now? Probably like 20. Like
30.
30 people on infection
20
right
on
now.
Utopia.
Yeah. Okay. So you watch Thursday night. How many people are on infection? It's because the wipes. There's only so much you can do, man. The server's so damn easy. So the wipes are perfectly fine. And I'm not trying to like belittle you or like chastise you on it. Like I said, I can tell you're new if you ask that question. Once you get experience and you learn the server and how to efficiently like do this and do that, you're gonna be like day 3. You're gonna be like, well, I'm pretty much maxed out, ready to go. It's just how it happens, dude. I promise.
I transferred servers. What? Last night.
We have some players that play like multiple of our servers per wipe, and they still are totally maxed out. Like it's plenty.
Yeah.
You just gotta get, but again, it's not to insult you. You just gotta get used to it, man. I'm not kidding when I say every new person asks the same thing. And then like a month or 2 later, they're like, no, fuck that. He's right. And I'm not saying that, our servers are boring. It's just that, you get the hang of things and you realize it's not quite as hard as it might look like at first look. You'll be maxing out so quick. You can be trying new builds. You'll be trying new play styles. Like, hey, this time I'm going to play the whole wipe with no base, stuff like that. There's all kinds of cool things you can do. But yeah, there's plenty of time, I promise. Hey, I don't know what all that stuff is you're doing, Jam, but that's pretty cool, I'm assuming, so thank you.
That is gifting subscriptions to people.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we need to make these oil rigs PvP. If we made them PvP, you wouldn't have to worry about tugboats.
Unfortunately, I can't log into my Twitch account right now. Or Rust Plus, or any of that stuff. Because my phone is missing.
How do you miss your phone?
I think it's at the parts store from the other day.
Oh.
I think I left it at the parts store. It's very possible.
Thank you, Jam. Your face
What's
is
the guy's
awesome.
name?
What guy?
The guy at the parts store.
Oh.
Hell, I don't know. I had to go buy a battery for a lawnmower.
Well, in my defense, Toto, it doesn't really go to me. My Twitch is just tied to the Zombieland stuff. And all we do is we just leave any excess we get, we just leave it in there and use it for taxes or, custom monument stuff or developer work. I mean, we do pay our developers for all the work they do. Just stuff like that. We just leave it all in there. I learned a long time ago when I was young that the best way to operate any kind of business is to reinvest in your business rather than try to make bank for yourself. Sorry, I was hovering so low. I was trying to look at this rock and see if it might have been a map glitch I need to fix. Anyway, so yeah, I just, I'm not here to make bank. I just leave it all in the account and let Zombieland take care of itself. I always tell everybody, as long as the bills get paid, I'll keep on doing this. I do remember you, Mikey Wax. And I have been well. I'm still alive and kicking. Oh yeah, that was a custom build spot back there, wasn't it? Is that? Yeah, that is a custom build spot. ZL Express, Lollykate, that's Force Wipe. That's in 3 days. Oh yeah. It's a good ass map. Made some cool changes to it. Made some really cool changes to it. I still got work to do on this map that I'm flying around on right now. Yeah, ZL Express is one of my favorites. That's a good one. That was back when they first put out trains, and I went fucking ham with train stuff. There's train stuff all over ZL Express. Just so much train stuff.
Did you put frustration on that one too?
No, it's not on that one. I should have. And yes, Mikey, a lot of stuff's changed here on ZL. If you haven't played in a year, the best advice I can give you is watch out for zombie hordes. They fuck. Like, they literally fuck now. So, yeah. And it's not consensual. Oh, this tunnel. This is like... So, this is like, when I was working on this map, I tried a new... This is the first time I ever tried this style of tunnel. I've actually used it. I've done it more than once now. I did this, I forgot what other map I did this on. This is like, I was trying to experiment with cool looking tunnels. Look, these little rocks behind the fences here. I think they look pretty cool. Well, of course now you can't see them because it's dark. But the way I did that was, those are actually just normal chain link fences like you guys would use. Or like you see in other things or whatever. And I stretched them out and turned them upside down. So that, because you know they got barbed wire on the top. I didn't want the barbed wire, so that's under the map. But I stretched them out, and then the stones in there are actually just gravel piles. Like you see at like Train Yard or some other monuments. And I flattened them. Like I flattened them out so they look like a bunch of rocks. If you see inside the map here.
Is that really? That is what those are, isn't it?
Yeah, look, they're literally just gravel piles that have been flattened. Matter of fact, you can see on the edge, because they're not perfectly square, so you can see on the edge where they're rounded. Like right there is kind of a mess up. So I literally just stretched a gravel pile really big and flat. And put it inside there like that. The reason you see cinder blocks back here is just it kind of blocks it for any gaps that I might have missed. So that you can't see through the tunnel. And then those are just chain link fences that I stretched out. And then the barbed wire. There, you can see the stretch from the gravel pile right there. Pretty cool. I don't know. I was really proud of it. You can see the barbed wire right there, but it's under the map, so you can't actually see it. But that's how I made those tunnels. I thought they were really cool. I really like the way it turned out. No, Mikey, the wipe's on Thursday. It's the force wipe. All Rust servers are wiping Thursday. I mean, anybody can make map suggestions. Whether, you know, it's doable or I have time to do it is a whole different story, but yeah, anybody can make map suggestions, and people do all the time. Oh, I gotta fix some of those rocks up there. I didn't like the way they looked. Thank you, Elder. This map's theme is Detroit. Detroit, Michigan. The worst part about doing these map previews is I find so many mistakes that I need to fix. Now, you guys probably won't notice them, but I do, and it drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. Right there on my left, I see a couple things I don't like. It is what it is. Ha! Camel towing. That's who I call. Yeah, you're probably looking at the PvP thing. Oh, what else was I going to show in here real quick? Supposed to be previewing this for you guys. I'm just flying around like an idiot. The bears. Ditka. And for anyone watching that doesn't know, this is not the map for Thursday. This map is for the Saturday wipe on, what is it, like the 12th, I think. Thursday is going to be Zeal Express. Heavy, heavy train map. Ooh, look at that. There's a little treat for you guys. No, Zombie Island is not a thing anymore. Hadn't been a thing in, golly, what, 4 months? Maybe 3. I don't know. Bradleys everywhere, Bradleys. I've been highly considering doing away with the heli tower. I just don't want to hear all the bitching, so I haven't done it. Yeah, Mikey, you missed Star Wars map. We'll play it again, though. Why do I have a sign outside the heli tower on this map? I don't remember doing that. Oh well. Can't remember why I put that there. Well, yeah, of course it's not going to be as strong. That one's invincible. That's one of the reasons I considered doing away with it. For one, it's like 3,000 entities. And for two, it's just too OP. I mean, like, fucking free invincible heli tower right from the start. It's just too much, I think. But I don't know. We'll have to see. Problem is, ideas are one thing, but getting players to go along with it and not scream and raise hell is a whole other thing. I will tell you one thing. If the rumors are true where they're going to be making, like, flyable patrol helis, oh, that's a thing. If they do, you better believe your ass I'm going to be out there flying and killing y'all asses. Can't wait. Hey, look, an admin. Lots of fun zip lines on this area. No, you can build a heli tower. It's not against the rules. It gets discouraged because we're like, well, you know what the hell? If we give you a heli tower, why are you building one? You know, but yeah, you're not. It's not against the rules to build a heli tower. People do it all the time. Had someone a couple wipes ago build a heli tower right near the regular heli tower. Like, the hell are you doing? Probably should have had a helmet light on my head for this. Pretty good flying considering I can't see. Up and yeah. See that fire making my frames go down there? I don't know if she's still in here. That fire definitely hit my frame. The market thing that I was showcasing in the meeting tonight is live on Utopia and Terminus right now. It's been live all month there. They've been beta testing it for me. They're behind a little bit. Like some of the stuff I was working on today isn't over there. Pretty much all the stuff I wasn't working on. So they're behind a little bit on as far as like features that I've been working on. But yeah, it's live there. They've been playing with it all month. Can't believe I haven't crashed this thing yet. I wasn't expecting to make it this far. I did sell you a guitar, yep. I'm starting to get ballsy now and go a lot faster. Holy shit, I did it. Flew the whole tunnel network. Yeah, the NPCs aren't in there right now. That's why I was so like dull. Don't worry, there'll be NPCs to fight. Can't believe I flew the whole damn thing. Jesus Christ. Anyway, so sorry for such a dull map stream tonight. I'm just really exhausted. Yeah, it definitely gets dark in there. Could get my ass shot down by the dome, I guess. You don't buy the custom home spots. You just gotta get there and build in them. Ow! Jerk. Anyway, I don't know if anybody has anything else they want to see on here, but this is the map for the 12th. I can show you a cool little secret for those who stuck around this long. Gotta find the right building, where to go. Is this it right here? I think this might be it. Yep, this is it. Oh, look at that. Yes, that's on purpose. A little waterfall. The map for Thursday, yeah, Zeal Express. We're actually ahead on our map work right now, so I'm actually working on the maps for the middle of the month and towards the end of the month already. Because Zeal Express is already done. We finished it last week. We busted our ass to get ahead on maps because I was going out of town. Something mesmerizing about just riding a train. I don't know what it is. Until Bradley shoots at you. website, Mikey. Zombieland.io. You can go into resources and map catalog. Yup. Yeah, trains are about one of the only additions Facebook's made recently that is actually cool. It makes sense. Farming is terrible. Industrial stuff is terrible. Tugboats are terrible. I like the trains though. Hey, it's my tunnel. Honestly, I mean, I wouldn't go to Outbreak. It's full. It's pretty full all the time. Especially near Force Wipe. Near Force Wipe, it can go an entire week with a queue. Terminus is definitely the best server there is, but it's not very high pop. Infection is pretty much where most of the veterans fled to from Outbreak, but it stays pretty high pop too. It can have a queue for a while too, not too long. Utopia is never at a queue, and Utopia's been floating around what, like 40 people on, you know, near closer to Force Wipe, about 40-50. So if I was to suggest one, it would be Utopia. Me personally, I would only play on Terminus though. But that's because I can't play any other game style except Terminus. It's just not fun to me anymore. Just Terminus.
Bush is back in case you need anything.
Hey, welcome back. Nope, I'm literally just like in a daze riding a train around. Probably boring the shit out of everybody, but whatever.
Fun times.
Yeah, I'm just exhausted. I forgot why. Oh, I gotta get up in the morning and do an appraisal. Dude, I was all the way. I have to go all the way like an hour away, and I was literally there this morning. I'm like, what the fuck? And then another order came in. It was like right in the same fucking neighborhood.
That's brutal.
I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. I mean, the good news is I got the doors and the top off the Jeep, so at least it's a fun ride. All right, stream.
Yeah, as long as the weather holds, which I hope it does for you.
Yeah, we're good until Thursday.
That's
all
good.
Right, stream people, I am gonna go ahead and kick this off now, and I guess I'm just gonna throw this dinner away. It's cold, but I'll figure something out. Hope y'all had a good night. Thanks for coming up. This is the map for the 12th. Anyway, thanks for coming tonight, y'all. See you later.